39 and the photo review. Mr. Roy Bigsby's in here. Mr. Jeffrey Neville's in here of Selective Imagery. And of course, David of D Moots Photography. All right, we may get some more people to join us in the panel, but that's okay. Waiting for everybody, all the chat to migrate over here to the live side. And I'm looking at everybody that's in the chat already. Wow. Charles Davis, Mike Farwell, Lance, Ray Powell, and I know there are a bunch of you up here that I can't see just yet. Uh, well, I can't see everybody over there, but here you come. Here we go. All right. All right, Mike. Gustavo, how are you, sir? Let's welcome everybody in before we get kick this off. Oh, that's no good. All right, yeah, that's okay. The timer's up in my block. That's okay. Hello, Joe. Hope everybody's doing well on a Saturday night. And Ted, ATR Bear, how you doing, buddy? You made it home, safe and sound. Greg Corker,
Yeah,
Greg
Jeff,
Wilson.
you are backwards. You are backwards tonight, Jeff.
So how does that happen?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There is a setting to mirror for the camera to mirror. He does look reversed.
Wait a minute. How about now?
Cholito, hi from Nottingham, England. Glad to see you here, sir. Man, I'll tell you, quite a few people. I guess we're waiting in the wings. Good deal.
Hi from Nottingham, England. Wow.
Yeah.
There we go. Found it.
All right.
There you go. That looks better.
How you doing, Jeff and Leslie? Mark Lynch. His sound is good, Mark. Yeah, that's a good thing. He's a happy camper too. He finally found that gremlin. Okay, all right. So we have 30 photos tonight to go through. So once we get going, man, we got to go because it's you know how long it takes to get through 30 photos. It doesn't seem like it would take long, but we like to talk about the photos, so it does take us longer than anybody else would take, I guess. Greg Wilson. Going global already. Yeah, we're global, all right.
Well, Greg says as long as I don't talk backwards. Well, I used to tell people my name backwards. I used to say my name is Fedge Elevin.
Fedge Elevin.
And they'd say, what? And I go, well, that's my name, Fedge Elevin. They had to think about it for a minute, and they go, oh, you're an idiot.
Hey, you might mention to everybody too, Chuck, about the video quality tonight.
Yeah, folks, if you notice quality in the video, well, Restream did me a dirty. I was logged out. I got logged out of Restream. It just renewed my Restream account. I don't think that has anything to do with why it logged out. But anyway, I logged back in, and it took me right to the free program. So I guess what I'm saying is we're at 720p tonight instead of 1080. I don't know if you'll notice that much difference. Maybe you will, but just letting you know, don't adjust your screens, ladies and gentlemen.
Chuck's been gilded.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Greg Wilson, Nature Photography. As Ed Sullivan used to say, we have a really big shoe tonight. Yes.
So if you have a blurry image tonight, it's okay.
Yeah. It's kind of the Sasquatch thing, Bigfoot thing we talked about a couple of months ago.
Perth, Australia.
Wow.
Nice. Hello, Perth, Australia.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Do you guys want to jump right into this? Do we have enough people in here? Should we wait a moment and just make sure we get all the folks that have sent photos? By the way, how you doing, Yaman? Good to see you, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
We have 30 photos, as I said, to go through tonight. One gentleman gets 2 photos, and he'll explain why. I think it's an interesting story. and when we get to it, he can explain it. Stuart, how you doing, sir? All right.
I could make a PSA real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you have a Angel Bird card, you might jump over to my channel and watch a video about that. Angel Bird did reach out to me. They did have a bad batch of cards that were the plastic would break and disintegrate, and they are replacing my card. But if you want to check out that video to see what's going on with it, you may reach
More
out
worried about the camera.
to them. Yeah, before it damages your camera, but you may reach out to them if you have one that's starting to flake away on you.
Yeah,
David's new nickname is Angel Bird.
Yeah, it's Angel Bird Moots. That's his new name.
Dave Angelbird. Moots. All right.
The stack of boxes is getting larger
There
behind
you
me.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
You can keep the boxes, David. I just want what came in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a test print too of my. Well, let's see which way. I can't do it. There we go. I did a little 13 by 19 test print of my Tiger. It came out really nice.
Cool. So King says he had that issue with the plastic breaking off, and they replaced it for him too. Everybody that's had that issue, I've heard, good things about Angel Bird replacing them. So
Yeah, they were real good. Their tech support got right back to me and got me an RMA, and they're going to ship me out a new one.
all right, good.
Maybe they'll send me a bigger card. I doubt it. But
They'll ship your card that's this big in a box that's like this big. That's
Yeah.
what they do.
they'll probably ship me 512 1 gig cards.
Wow, wow, Stuart. 4 a.m. Sunday morning, sitting in the dark, power off, but runs battery for internet.
Wow.
That's great, man. That's great. Well, I don't think it's great that your power's out. But,
Got to prioritise your power, haven't you? Got to keep the internet going.
all right, I'm hearing an
Not the
echo.
lights.
Is it me? Could it be me? I'm looking now, checking to make sure. Nope, it's not me.
I don't hear it.
I don't now.
Oh,
But
okay.
I was. All right. Checking, make sure one last check. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is our photo review. Again, we have 30 photos, and I think it's about time to get started. Let's get through a few of them before I have to run to the little boy's room. I should have done that earlier, but oh well. And Cal Jackson, greetings from the Eastern Shore, Maryland. How you doing, Cal? I did get your photo in the folder, so you're good to go. All right. Jeff and Leslie, he says he dropped a photo tonight, or a video tonight, a little different than what I usually put up. Had to mention a very sad topic. All right, buddy, I'm going to have to get over there to see it. I hadn't seen a notification for it, but now that I know, I can just go to your channel and check it out.
We'll check it out. Yeah.
Us little bitty channels, we don't get much push from YouTube, so I'm glad you mentioned it. I'll have to go over and check it out, Jeff. All right. So we still got the Angel Bird card conversation going on in here. All right, so let's kick this off. And if you're in the chat or you'd like to call in, I can't guarantee that I have the phone line fixed. I think I do, but sure as the world, it won't work tonight. But I've got it up and running and ready to go. And I'll put that number up. Let me put this number up real quick for just a minute. For those of you that would like to call in, Rakesh, good to see you, that would like to call in, please write the number down. And so I'm not in my usual. So I will put it in the chat and pin it. Let me do it that way. All right. So now I have everybody in the world that runs across this stream and reruns calling this number, which won't do them any good because this phone is off unless I'm streaming. So there you go. And give me just a second. I'll put the number in here for 5256 2694. I should have this memorized, but since I don't carry it all the time, All right, so there is the phone line, and I will pin it to the top. I think I'm going to try to. No, I'll just drop it in here. And I want it. Oh, because I'm on the free version. It takes some of the nice little things away from me to be able to pin. All right, so there's the phone line number. If you would jot it down for those that would like to call in, whether it's about your photograph or anything else. But there's an opportunity for you to call in and talk about your photo when it comes up, and I would encourage everybody to do that. And hopefully, most people are in the chat tonight to talk about their photo. I know that some have already told me they probably wouldn't be, but I really hope that you have a chance to talk about your photo. All right, so I'm going to hide that now. It's in the chat. People can go back and look for it. And let's jump into our photos. What say you, folks?
Rock and roll,
Go
as
for it.
Mr.
Sounds
Vahagan
good.
would say.
Yep, as Vaughan would say, rock and roll. All right, first photo up is Andre M. Andre, let me get you. There I go. This is fun. This is always fun for me trying to keep up with the cursor. All right, Andre. It looks like a concert photo. All
See,
right,
we go. We someone mentioned rock and roll, and then here you go, right?
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Andre's photo.
Playing the blues.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely blues. I love the bokeh in the back with all the other
Yeah.
lights going on there. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you actually framed it that way, but that way by moving around, but that's a cool background for the photo.
Yeah.
You can see the colored lights, definitely a purple light going at the moment. I can see it in the microphone and in the highlights in his face.
Yep.
As I guess concert photos go, I like it. I kind of like that his head's cut off too, at the top. I don't know. This just got a little life to it. What do you guys think?
I like it. Great bokeh. I mean, perfect. I mean, really, I think if he framed it that way on purpose, it was a good job.
Yeah.
I really like the background.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
Just like
kind
when
of.
the lights exploded.
And you know what? Everybody always puts all the information in the emails, and I'm sorry, but I'd have to go back and try to dig all the information up by every photo. As soon as I get an assistant, though, I can just do the old Steven, who shot this and what camera did they use? Right now, I'm a one man show trying to keep up with it. Yeah, but I do love the bokeh. I think it's great. I kind of like the way it's framed too. I think it would take away from it if you opened that framing up and hello Flintlock, how you doing, buddy? It would kind of take away from it. I think this is kind of personal. I guess is what I'm thinking. I don't know what word to use.
Intimate,
Yeah, there you go.
Yes,
intimate photo.
There you go. Jeffrey has a better vocabulary than me, people, so he'll be correcting me often tonight.
I'm just flipping through a dictionary. That's all.
All right. Yeah, Lance said, I'm sure the performer likes this. I would agree, Lance. I'm sure he does too. And I don't have any other information. It may have been in the email, guys, but I'd have to go back and try to find the email. Sorry about that, Andre. But anyway, nice photo. 5 grits. Hassan gives it 5 grits. All right. You might have started something now, Hassan. All right, let's. Here we go. Here we're playing with the cursor. This is my job now, trying to keep up with the cursor. All right, let's move on. And right off the bat, we've got Andy, who is AJM057, by the way, folks. And this is with his brand new lens. Yes, you guessed it, the 600 f4 TC lens. And I like this photo. I really do. And I wish that I wish I could make it full screen on everybody's computer so you could really see it. But it is extremely detailed. At least I thought it was.
I like the expression in the eyes of the.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm looking at the eyes. The eyes are really,
Yeah.
are really neat.
You're losing lots of detail tonight because of 720p.
Yeah. But moving around and look at the antlers, man. Everything. And I'm zoomed in to 400% right now.
If you watch his video, you can really see how good that lens is.
Yeah.
I'm
Daryl's
jealous.
in.
I wonder how many of those animals get hurt when they're doing this stuff, versus, just, okay, a little bit of a tussle and one says, yeah, you're stronger than me, I'll walk away, versus,
happens.
really getting hurt bad.
Sometimes they'll get locked together and they die from not being able to get apart.
Happens.
Greg Corker, beautiful dynamic image. And if you're in here, I don't know if Andy, I don't think he was going to be in here. It's too late for him, he said. He wouldn't be in here tonight.
Well, Andy, it's a great shot. So,
yeah, buddy.
We thank you for sending it in.
So there is the 600 f4 TC lens, which D Moots is waiting for the UPS man.
Yeah. That I am.
All right, buddy. I got to find my cursor again. Here we go with this now.
Let's see. Somebody asked, those are Jeff and Leslie. I asked, those are red deer, I believe is what he was taking pics of.
Yep. I do remember that from the comment in his email.
Yeah.
Red stags.
Yep.
All right. Beautiful, man.
Yeah, the eyes and the position. For a minute, you almost think it's a mirror of the one, on the other side.
Yeah.
When you look at it quick.
That's what I would do, and act like I took a photo of deers fighting. Try to Photoshop the blend. All right. And there you go, Arthur. Mr. Flintlock. Tell us about it, Arthur. He's in the chat.
Yeah, when you first click on it, it takes a little bit, then it loads in clearer on the video here.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm having that tonight too. I don't know if I should have rebooted the computer right before I started, but
Greg Wilson, are you asking about Andy's channel? It is Andy Miller Photo UK, if that's who you're asking about.
All right, I like it. And I know, being it's Flintlock, he said he did it yesterday morning. All right, tell us more, man. What are you shooting with? I know, but I'm not going to spoil it for everybody. Uncropped. Yep.
Best way to be if you can.
Yep.
Still alive. Moving.
That is a pretty. Since Z Wade isn't in here with us, I'll just say it. That's a beautiful pigeon.
Yep.
There we go.
Oh, here we go.
Hang on a second.
Chuck's phone's working again.
Well, we will see. All right. Can you guys hear Arthur? Go ahead, Arthur.
Can they hear me?
No, I thought I had it
Pretty
fixed.
quiet.
That's all right. Hang on a second. I want to see something here. Hang on. I don't know. Man, come on, do it. All right,
The
try it.
gremlins begin.
Yeah, I had it working. I tested it with somebody today, but I'm out of luck now. Sorry, brother. All right, man. So, all right. Thanks for trying it, buddy. Bye.
Yeah, bummer.
All right. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
I guess I should have mailed you the baseball bat for
Yep.
you.
I'll try to get it fixed. I thought I had it fixed today, but earlier, but
No, that's awesome that it's full, uncropped. That means he was close.
Yep.
200,
2
200,
to
600.
600.
That's
Yeah.
what Yaman's saying too.
Yeah.
Well, I like pictures that every picture doesn't have to be tack sharp, and I like it when you get something that's soft, a little softer like this. I mean, it just gives you a change versus everything being like pinpoint sharp, and it's a calming photo. I like it.
That 200, 600 is a good lens.
Yep. Shot it.
And he shot it in APS-C mode, he said.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of crop.
I like the photo. This is one of those photos that's a print for for something.
Oh, he's saying it's sharp, so it just must be how it looks on the screen because you're at 720.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Sorry, I'm not saying that to be derogatory at all. It's just from how I see it on my screen,
I'll be derogatory and say maybe you should take some of the sharpness out. I kind of like it too, Jeffrey. I kind of like it the way we see it. I know that may not be the way it is, but man, I don't know.
Yeah, no, Flintlock. We believe you. It's sharp. It's just our connection tonight.
Yeah, he wasn't in here. He wasn't in here when we're at 720p tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 720p because Restream booted me and I had to go back and it brought me back in on the unpaid, under the unpaid subscription. So that's the way it is. All right. But man, I like the photo. I like it, Arthur. I told you I liked it when I saw it, man. He had another photo and he wanted me to swap it out for this one. The other photo I thought was fantastic too. By the way, Arthur, where can people find your work since we had that conversation the other night? Drop a link so people can see your work because you do have some fantastic photos, man, and you need to share it with everybody. Yeah. YouTube and Restream have conspired against us. Yes, they have, Mark. You got it, man.
It's a communist plot.
Not to mention the fact that my phone won't work.
You've upset too many people.
Yeah, well, I'm good at that, aren't I? Upsetting people. So this is ATR Bear, Ted. And his photo. Cormorant. Is that what that is?
Yeah, cormorant.
A black pigeon.
Black pigeon, yeah.
That dude's got a head on him, man. Look at the eye.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They got some really cool green eyes.
That's a cool color scheme on its face. I like the wing back here, too.
Yeah, I like the second
wing. In incredibly hard here, so maybe that's a little bit better. But, man, I like it. And I think, Ted, you said this was a D850.
So it's panned.
Yep. Well, yeah, it's a pretty fast shutter speed because you're right, he's panning, but the water hasn't been blown out. The highlights in the water hasn't been blurred much in his pan.
Yeah, the wings are fairly
crisp,
fairly still.
Yep.
Yeah. You just see a little streaking in the water from the panning, but the just the tips of the feathers are on the foreground feathers are a little soft, but that's fine. I do that all the time myself, or a lot of times anyway.
All right. Ted's listening in as he's driving. He's still driving. All right.
I like to have a feel of motion, I mean, sometimes I'd say I'm a 50-50 guy. 50% are tack sharp and 50% have a little softness to it around the wings.
Do all these cormorants look like somebody painted that color on their head like that? That's cool. Do they?
Yeah,
during mating season, they're even more colorful.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Man, I wish Z Wade was in here to help me out with deciding what type pigeon these are. Looks like new Air Force's new bomber. Oh man. Flickr link if possible for full res. You know, Tony, maybe I'll start asking for that too. Now you're gonna make me work more. Now, now I've got to run a cheat sheet on the side so that when the photos come up, and that's probably what I ought to do. Man, more and more time. Mama's gonna be happy about this. No, baby, I got to download all these photos and transcribe all the info so I have it up and ready. No, I agree with you, Tony. That would be a good idea. All right, Ted. Love your photo, man.
Good job, man.
Oh, got to go up here. All right. Huff Photo's not in here tonight, but this is his photo. Hey, Luke. Hello. All right. Any comments on Mr. Huff Photo's photo?
Love the model. Oops.
I do too. I think I think she's beautiful, and I think well, I don't want to zoom in. I don't need to zoom in that much.
She is a little distracting.
Yeah, I love the. It's not black and white. What is it? Come on, guys, y'all help me here. Yeah, beautiful. I love it. I love the light. See, this is the kind of dramatic photos I like as far as portraits go. You know, it's easy to do the typical headshot for social media or something like that, but this is creative. This is the kind of stuff I like. I like the shadow in it. It's almost noir. And it's tack sharp, no doubt about that.
Oh yeah, those eyes, even at 720, you can tell the eyes are tack sharp.
Yep.
Hey, Flintlock, it won't let me type my email into the chat. For some reason, it gets rid of all the links if you type those. But you can send me an email at dmootsphotography@gmail.com.
You know, that's another idea. Vic says create a Flickr page, have everybody submit them there. Yeah, I don't even know how to do that. I am a Luddite. For those of you that haven't figured it out yet, I am a Luddite. I am technically inept. But I also don't know how, you know, a lot of people might not be happy with doing that or whatever, but it's a cool idea. Yeah, Daryl. It is much easier to sell these, Daryl. You're right, when they're full res.
Yeah. All the photos for tonight are going to be at discount prices.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys, you're hurting me, man. I can only make 5x7s of some of these photos. Oh man. Great portrait. Flintlock says, well done, Charles Davis. James, great shot. I agree. Great shadows, Mike says. Kind of like what Zacharias used to do. Yep, you're right. It is reminiscent of Zacharias. Evocative of that noir look, Greg says. Agree. Yeah, it's a nice photo. It really is. I like the pose, and again, I like the lighting. That's very noir.
Yeah.
That light.
Yeah, with the slight slight darkness on the arms and everything, it kind of like shows the contour of the muscles and stuff like that in the arms and whatnot. I like that.
Yep, I agree. Huff, you knocked it out of the park, in my opinion, man. Reminds me of old movies, Greg says. Yeah, absolutely, it does. Yeah, Ray Powell, 50 star pose, or film star pose. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and we were talking about, I was talking to Arthur the other night about, you know, when it comes to portraits and, you know, other than just headshots and things like that, the standard portrait for whatever. This is what I like doing. And this is not easy. And everybody thinks, well, it's real easy. I mean, no, believe it or not, you could take this photo and look at it, and if you're not really proficient in playing with lights and being able to set lights up, I'll bet it would take you forever to recreate this. Not just the lighting, but the pose. And everybody thinks, no, right there it is a picture. You show that to somebody that's not a model, and you'll spend 2 hours trying to get her to mimic this pose. That isn't easy.
Yeah, and how many times if somebody were to do this would the forehead be overexposed a little bit, and it's not.
Yep.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I think the second hand should be blacked out a bit. That's a bit the only. It's a lovely picture though.
There you go. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those things we could pick at, and we should a little bit because it's so good. Then let's hurt the feelings a little bit. And I agree with you. I agree with you. Flagging the light so that the hand coming out of her elbow there would have been nice. But yeah, I like it. It's just different. I was telling somebody the other night too, I can look at a photo and within the first second or two, I can tell you whether I like it or not. And it doesn't mean it's bad if I say I don't like it. But there are photos that resonate with me right off the bat. I can look at it and say, yeah, I like that. And a lot of times they're not technically proficient, and I don't care. It's the art. And again, as we've talked about before, I think we're losing a lot of art, not just because of gear talk or whatever, but because everybody is so precise. And man, where's the art in it anymore? I don't care if there's a stick growing out of the back of the chair or something like that, if that were the case. It just resonates with you or it doesn't.
Jeff and Leslie, they say we need Sheway to strike this pose. That just sent chills down my spine when I read that. Let's not go there.
Hey, Tony. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I don't know that I have a good following, but and I could probably get a volunteer to help out on the Flickr.
Nice of Tony to volunteer, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks, Tony.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the help, buddy. And I guess I would have to query everybody to find out if people would be okay with that. People are, I'm going to say a word here. I'm going to say people are strange. I don't mean it as in weirdos and everything else, but people are, sometimes when it comes to stuff like that, they don't care to do that. But anyway, maybe I'll do that here real soon. We'll have a conversation in one of the live streams and talk about this and how we set this photo review up. So a lot of good ideas. Hang on to them. We'll do a stream and talk about it a little bit so we can really show some of the creativity. And maybe I can get a bunch of volunteers to help me out. Tim Hunter just missed the AP Studios Black Friday sales. Yep. Let's see.
Hey, hold on a second, Chuck. Hey, Flintlock. Yeah, I tried sending that to you. My email is dmootsphotography@gmail.com if you want to send me something. I can't type it in the chat. It won't let me do it.
Did you try it by just DMoots Photography and then not the symbol, but at, and then
I think I tried that one other time and it did away with it because it detects that you're trying to do that for some reason. I don't know why Restream blocks that.
I don't know.
He says he got it. He says
it blocks links and all. Okay, he's got it. Good.
Greg Wilson.
Hey, I don't know, man. I got some pretty good bird pictures.
I don't know. Sexier than my elk that was posing for me? I don't know.
I don't know. Man. That's a toss-up.
Well, yeah, but I'm glad I'm glad when you had that picture, Dave, you photoshopped out the tranquilizer dart.
Yeah, I just forgot to fix all the fur, all the hair.
Yeah, Mike, that would be cool as well, with the hard shadow lines. All right.
Yeah, Roy, that's a good one. Wild wife instead of wildlife.
All right. I'm going down to the bottom of the chat here. Wild wife instead of wildlife. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I had to catch up there. All right, and this was a late entry. Cal, you're in, and here we go.
What's it wearing?
Cal, all right, so it's kind of cool. I'll just throw this out there and then let the experts weigh in because Lord
Flying
knows
dog.
I'm just thinking. I'm looking at the teeth, and I'm saying I'm glad my arm isn't in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I had the chance, not chance, I did wear the suit at a demonstration with an attack dog or whatever. Man, you don't want one of them things on you. That's for certain. So the only thing I would say, and then I'm gonna turn it over to them because it's easy for me to just say, make my statement. I would like. Uh, I know it's not going to be as close up or whatever, but I would like more of the environment to show how high the dog is off the ground, things like that, something like that. But I'll leave it to you guys.
I was thinking the same thing. You don't know if the dog's 2 feet off the ground or 6 feet off the ground.
Still a good shot.
But
Hard
yeah,
to
it's a good
photograph dark subjects.
No, I agree with you, Roy. It is. And again, at 720p, it is what it is. And hey, you guys, I'm sorry about that. That's my fault. I should have caught.
He sent a chat. It was farther down. It's the Doc Dog photo, Z7 II 70 to 200 f2.8. It was taken at f6.3, focal length of 89 millimeters at 1/640th of a second.
Well, okay. Thanks for providing the info. All right, Cal. Thank you, man. Cool. Now I got to find my cursor again. Here we go. Golly.
And they say Z6 and Z7s can't do action shots.
Well, I think that would prove that it's not the case.
They're wrong.
Yep. All right. I believe this is Dana. Dana, thank you for the photo. I like this too, man.
Yeah, cool. I like that. I like old stuff like that.
Yeah, me too.
But I think what makes it is the composition, the way she's got this taking up the majority of the frame, but you can still see everything in the background. I don't think it would be as interesting if you step back.
And she kept that building on the far right in the photo, which was good to do.
Great depth of field.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's got telephone poles in the background. You can't really see them on the photo or on the screen, but that's not her.
Yeah, way in the background. Yeah, on the peak there of the hill or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, those would be easy.
Photoshop's for.
Yeah.
Telephone poles.
Yeah, you could take those out real easy.
And that wouldn't bother me at all if somebody photoshopped them out. That wouldn't bother me. But a lot of people get all antsy about it,
Yeah. I take stuff like that out. And if I do a photo like this while we're traveling, I always take that stuff out.
That's where high-res cameras come in. It makes it easier to edit these things out.
Yeah.
But I definitely like the photo. I love the tones. Brown and blue go well together no matter what. And
yeah. Do we know where this was taken at?
I do not know. And Dana, if you're in here, please let us know more. Again, guys, I guess I'm gonna have to be full-time YouTuber because there's so many things to do all week long, and that's one of the things I guess I could have done better at is just grabbing all the information out of the email and running a list over here so that I could pass that information on.
Well, if you want to try it next time, Chuck, if you want to send me stuff, I can compile it. And as you show photos, I can go through and go down the list or something.
You sure you want to ante up for that?
Sure, man.
All right.
Yeah, we can give it a shot.
He just wants a cut of the proceeds from the photo sales.
That's fine. That's fine because I'm gonna pin it all on him when you all find out.
Yeah, I love that picture. I'd have that on my wall.
Yeah, very good.
I like it too, very much. When I first saw it come in and I downloaded it, I thought, man, this is cool.
It gets better as you watch it more.
Absolutely.
The only comment I'm going to make on this, and it has nothing to do with how good the picture is, and I catch myself doing this at times, is let's say not necessarily cropped an image, but when you're depending on what you're going to do with the image, if you're going to put a mat board in the front or whatever, and you're going to lose that 1/8 of an inch all the way around, you got to be careful with that and make sure you don't chop off part of the image, because it might be pretty close to the top of the
and you'd like some
you know
headroom.
what I'm saying? You want a little bit more headroom and a little bit more room on the left, maybe, so you don't lose that if you put it in a frame with a mat.
And the kangaroo in the background would be nice.
Yeah,
But the picture itself is wonderful.
it is.
It
It's a
is.
good point,
It's
Jeffrey.
lovely.
That's a great point for everybody to think about, is the fact that if you're going to frame this and you're going to have a mat with it, then it may actually interfere with how great this photo is. Leaving yourself just a little more space. I get it. Sometimes you can't, because you frame it, you set your composition, you take the photo, and then you walk away, and then you realize that a mat might get in the way.
Just print with a bigger border.
Well,
Yeah.
I had one that I got a picture that I liked, and because I didn't give myself enough headroom, I ended up having to do a glass print of it so that I didn't chop off the head, so that I didn't have to worry about a mat board or whatever. So I ended up printing it on a fracture print.
Yeah, this picture would look great on a fracture.
Yeah.
They really pop.
All right, looking at the comments. Anybody else? Yeah, I love the photo though. Man,
Yep.
this is another one.
Yeah, Tony Day. I would have too. I wonder if they did shoot other compositions of the same subject. I would have too if I was out in the field. I would have moved around and shot different compositions, and backed up, got close.
The thing I don't like about it most is it's not my photo.
It is now.
People would think I actually was a photographer with something like this. Well composed, well done, very good photo, beautiful. Yeah, and James said this one might look good in black and white. Yeah, I would assume they tried it or whatever, but I agree. I'd like to see it in black and white as well. No, I hate doing
I like
this.
color. I do like color.
I do too, but
sometimes with the black and white, it all depends on if you don't have enough variation in the tones.
that's true. You
then
need to
then
know how
it
to
kind of looks
process.
flat. Then it would look kind of flat.
You need to know how to process black and white. You're absolutely right. All the
Yeah.
color channels. All right. Yeah, James, I agree. Great pick. And congratulations on a fantastic photo, Dana. Looking forward to seeing more of your work. We got
Really wide lens too.
Yep. All right, Daryl. Here you go, buddy. You're up. Tell us about it.
I know where this is. This is in Maine, baby.
Yeah.
And it's a composition than what you usually see too for a lighthouse. I kind of like this. It's different. Or maybe you guys have seen a similar composition, but typically we're just looking right at the lighthouse.
Yeah. Somebody needs to go cut that one tree down. Yeah, right there. That tree there.
Wouldn't be the first time.
If it was in Connecticut, you'd go to jail for life for cutting a tree down.
What was your shutter speed on that, Daryl? I see some cloud trails there.
Yep.
Soft ocean.
I like it.
And the red light brings your eyes to the lighthouse too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
Yep, dramatic sky. Yeah, the sky makes the photo as well.
Yeah, 1/30th of a second.
The clouds had to be moving pretty quick then.
Looks even slower, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got some fast moving clouds, though, it would do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it looks like that kind of day too, where
Yeah.
following a storm or a storm. I don't know. I like it though. I like the hint to the lighthouse here. He says very popular spot. Oh, Daryl said 30 seconds, I believe. Flintlock said 1/30th. Okay, now 30 seconds makes sense to me.
Yeah. That
Oh,
looks
there you
more
go.
like
Yeah. 30
Yeah.
seconds. Yep.
Yeah. Robert Varner says too many rocks. Well, I don't know. I like it because there's such a drastic color change from the
Yeah.
wall to the rocks on the beach.
Probably needs
Yeah,
color
30
grading to make it look a bit more
30 seconds
dramatic.
makes way more sense.
It does.
Yep. Lighthouse light is on. Yes, it is. And that's tough
Nice
too,
shot.
man.
Mm.
Low tide. All right, brother. Cool photo. Like it. Daryl and I have talked before about trying to get together and go shoot. He's up here in my neck of the woods, not far from me, actually. All right. David Stewart, you are up, buddy. Now, I'm going to have to zoom so that people understand what this photo's about. Let me get it. Sorry. In my feeble attempt to zoom, but not zoom too much. There you go, David. Tell us about it. Self-portrait.
Reflecting glass.
So I'm trying to figure it out. A self-portrait.
He's edited his own image by reflecting his image in the glass.
Okay. Or is it a double exposure in the camera?
Yeah. That's what
That'd be too easy.
I'm all about easy, Roy. Oh, it's a cool photo, David.
This was says a 30-second exposure. Oh, okay. So it was a 30-second exposure. He pressed the shutter button, then went over and got in position, I guess.
So, Jeffrey, hang on. Let me get Jeffrey back.
He's off taking singing lessons.
That's all right, Jeffrey. We got the audio fixed, man.
Can you hear me? Well, my circuit breaker popped. All my power went off. In the office.
Wow.
That's why your battery backup on the computer.
Rest of the house was fine, and I'm sitting in the dark. Of course, that's normal.
It's that showcase behind you drawing all that power. Oh, wait a minute. It's the battery.
That's batteries, though. Yeah.
Hey, Tony, I don't know all the technical specifications, this, that, whatever, but I just wanted it at 2048 pics on the long side. And I typically in Photoshop go to export for web. And that's where I'll change the
Resolution.
pics. The pics or resolution on the photo. And it seems to be okay for about a 200% zoom where it's still, halfway decent. But I know I get a lot of people that are so much smarter than me, which is about everybody that's on the channel right now, that send me photos to go to a certain site to download the photo. And then I get over there, it's before you know it, I'm subscribed to whatever service it is because I just want to download a photo.
They got you.
Yep. So you use your 24 to 120. Okay. And I know you love that lens. Everybody
It's a
seems
good
to love
lens.
that. Yep. It's true. All right.
Is this what they call and they say that he's ghosting us? Is this the whole point of this?
exactly what he's doing. And again, I've lost my cursor. All right, here we go. Let's try. Here we go. All right. Thanks, David. And I like it. I like it like this. I like the photo like this. I just zoomed in so they could see the see-through belly that you have there. There are a lot of people that pay big money to have a see-through belly instead of a big gut or whatever. Oh no! Who is this?
Firebug.
I bet they can't guess.
It's a firebug.
It is a firebug, no doubt about that.
That's
Thanks,
my
Bill.
photo tonight.
That's Mr. Demuth's photography right there.
That is where I used to work, and we were doing a prairie burn. And I jumped out and took a picture of my boss as he was out lighting the head fire. And he liked it so much.
Almost makes me want to sing, Dave. You know, this man is on fire. This man
Yeah,
is
Daryl,
on
it's a controlled burn that we did. And my boss liked it so much that he ordered that on a fracture print.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It is cool. I like it. Would you run out of deer silhouettes and mule deer silhouettes?
Well,
Yeah,
he's burning everything to scare the animals out, and Dave got all the animals afterwards.
I was actually working that day, but I always have my camera with me.
It's cool, buddy. It's cool.
Real photographers always have a camera.
Yeah,
All
Joe
right.
says I had a boss that worked. Oh yeah, my boss that I had when I worked there was a worker.
Man, I've always had a boss at work and a boss at home. So,
And we know which one's frightening.
and Greg, Mr. Greg Wilson. I like it, buddy.
Is that falcon? Or another
Osprey.
pigeon?
Osprey, yeah,
That's a long toed pigeon there.
long-toed
Yeah.
pigeon. Bringing in that
Bringing in-
nesting material, baby.
Packing that
So
nest in.
where were you shooting ospreys? Ooh, I knew this one. That's a pretty fierce pigeon, I'll tell you. Look at the
Yeah.
definition and the wings and everything else, man. Very good. Very good.
Perfect pose.
Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. So let me ask you guys a question. It's osprey female, he says. Do you guys like photo? I mean, well, not like. How do you feel about photos shot against a blue sky, just the bird?
I think
know,
it's
it-
fine.
Sometimes you have no choice. That's all
Yeah.
you get.
Sometimes you
No,
don't.
I mean,
Yeah,
not
I
my
was-
favorite. I like to have I like to have a few nice white fluffy clouds myself.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
it's not what you strive for, but sometimes you just have no choice. Like this particular shot here, if you want to get osprey coming in the nest, that's all you're going to get more likely, unless you have clouds. That's
I'd like to
just
see
it.
it more blue. That's all. The sky. If it's going to be blue, it should be blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's just overcast. So, how would you guys feel about somebody that replaced the sky in this?
Well, I
I'm
don't
not
think
saying
you got to
it should be,
replace it. I
I'm just
think
asking a question. How would you feel?
Well, you know,
If you
there's
didn't notice it, you wouldn't say anything,
I
right?
think you just got to knock the luminance down on the blue and make it a little darker. That's all.
But I
Yes,
mean,
that's what I do.
but
I'm not a sky replacement person personally. That's just me, but that's
but
everybody.
if you couldn't tell it was replaced, I guess you wouldn't.
You can
notice
usually
it wouldn't
tell.
bother you, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm
There's-
just wondering.
There's
Just
many ways to do a
curious.
sky replacement without doing the automatic ones. You can do
Yeah.
a lot in Photoshop without doing those automatic stuff and
Yeah.
make it look way better.
I'm just asking because there are a lot of people in here that may be watching that would, think I would do that, or I'm just trying to get a feel for how you feel because there are a lot of people that don't believe in any editing in the
Well,
photo,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I know
I
that's a
don't-
far cry from what you're saying.
Well, I think to me, if you do it, you've gone from a photograph, a photographic representation of what was really there, and you've now turned it into more of an artwork where you've embellished and you've made it more of a
Commercial
different art form.
composition.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it's important. Sometimes, like if you were entering it in a photo contest or something, they most of the time they won't allow you to do that.
I understand that. And for documentary work or anything else, Nat Geo is not going to take it either. I get that. But I'm not shooting for Nat Geo.
But for your own pleasure or to spice it up when you make a print, I don't have a problem with that. If you want to do it, you do it.
Okay, cool. Robert Varner says it's cheating, and I know a lot of people feel that way. But
if it was commercial, you'd have to bring it up to a certain level. If it was for a commercial reason, you'd have to do something about the sky. But I don't like doing it. I don't know who does.
Yeah.
Well, it's not cheating. There's lots of people that do composite work that make a living at it too. Sell lots of composite photos. So a lot of times, if you do something like that, a lot of times people will put that in there and say this is a composite. I don't care either way, but it's not cheating. It's just a different form of expression.
Different form of art, that's all.
Yeah.
And that's what this is all about too. The whole channel's about this, us talking about stuff like this. But I just wanted to know. And so if somebody was going to do that, then maybe they don't know how it would be received or whatever. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, if I'm shooting for somebody, if I'm doing work for somebody, it may be different. They want as is, whatever.
They want a certain standard.
Yes, absolutely. But I mean, for myself, for something that I would enjoy or whatever, I don't have a problem doing it myself. But I understand, and we're not picking on the photo, Greg. It was an opportunity to bring that topic up and see how people felt about it.
It'd be very easy to select the sky and make it more blue and.
It's just picture. I don't get hung up on what you do with it. Like I said, you have some how you're going to use the photo is going to dictate what you may or may not be able to do with it. And if it's just for you, you do whatever the heck you want. It's your work. You make it look the way you want it to look.
Yeah. And I understand, Jeff, you want it to be as you saw it, represented as a true capture of the everything in the frame. I get it. Because then this brings up the discussion. We're not going to go into it right now, because then you've got all the people, and you've already explained this, Greg. I understand. You can't get another view of this. You had to shoot from low to up because of the nest and everything. But then you get the people that'll say, well, just move around until you find a better composition, blah, blah, blah. And obviously in this case, there's nothing you can do. This is what you get. Unless you got
to capture the moment or you create it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I've taken 1,000 of these same photos just like that, because that is truly, most of the time, that's what you see. If you're seeing osprey heading to a nest, that's what you're going to see.
Yeah. That's real life, man. That's the way it is.
I do like
a real deal.
And Daryl's talking about air show photos. Of course, there you're shooting against a blue sky, or maybe there are clouds or whatever. But I would say in that case, clouds would be maybe an issue. Big white puffy clouds if the aircraft is flying and it would just be, you'd have to take another shot. But if the aircraft is halfway out of the cloud or past the cloud, then you got this issue of,
depends on the color of the aircraft as well.
Yeah. So that's cool. All right.
Nice red aircraft's easy.
I agree with what Joe Stroud says. If you say it's a composite, that's cool. If you pass it off as truth, that's the rub.
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
I agree.
And personally, I wouldn't have a problem, because again, here's me. Again, like I said, I can look at a photo and within a second, I know I like it or I don't. And when I say I like it or I don't, it really strikes me as a fantastic photo in the first second or whatever. And I would, Hero says, how about for a print? Do you all edit those heavily? I don't print. I have printed. I have some, but I'll do some heavy lifting sometimes in a photo if I've got everything I want, but I don't know, you missed something or the lighting was wrong or whatever. I don't mind doing some heavy lifting in
Yeah.
edits.
Well, like this particular photo right here, if I was editing it, I would do some dodging and burning to it to bring out the shadows under the wings
Hmm.
and, you know, kind of brighten the bird up a little bit. But that'd be about it.
Well, Greg, I just want you to know, man, I love the shot. I'm jealous actually because I'd have to travel up here and out in the cold and all that nasty stuff to shoot ospreys. I'm better going down into town and shooting the pigeons that are hanging around McDonald's or them or seagulls. I just don't know how well received that would be from most people. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to leave this up here for a minute. It's time for me to go to the little boys' room and fill my coffee cup up. Sorry about that. And
Oh, Jeffrey lose power again?
oh. Oh, man. And I'm not going to be here. I got to go. Well,
I'll
come on back, Jeffrey. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Oh,
He's off
man.
taking singing lessons again.
Yeah, I agree, Mike. Yellow eyes are fantastically sharp. Yep. No, I think it's a fantastic photo. Again, I'm more jealous than anything because I'm too lazy to drive all the way up there to where the ospreys are and then stand out there and wait for one to fly by.
Yeah, no, it's the perfect shot of a osprey coming in with nesting material. It's a great shot.
It is.
Joe Mack says his wife keeps flipping the breaker. All right. All right. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves, guys.
All right.
Don't burn the place down while I'm gone.
Yeah, I've had to replace Sky in a couple of photos for some moody client pictures. Had to look moody. And
Yeah.
they had nice blue sky and
Oh, Jeffrey made it back.
Power failure again.
Man. Got a weak breaker?
Could be. I don't know.
Battery
I mean,
backup. Battery backup for your computer and internet. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Stuff everything else.
Ah, boy.
Joe Mack said your wife's flipping the breaker on you.
No, she could be. She could be. She says I talk too much on Chuck's show. She says you talk too much. So
Hey, Long Rider. Greg,
Yeah,
it was a elk photo from, was it the last photo show that I had? I think it was from our last photo show. That's the elk photo I was talking about.
I'd like to see an elk. Got some deer here, but I never see them.
I see him. I see him like when the sun hasn't come up yet, and they're going across a road or something, and it doesn't do you any good.
Yeah.
You catch them with your headlights of your car or as you're driving in. You go, oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Kangaroos are like that. They destroy a lot of cars.
Yeah, they probably do, don't they?
Very stupid animals. Giant bunnies.
Well, what was that comic artist there that used to always would put the deers in the car hitting the humans?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Far Side.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Larson, I think his name was, or something. He always had the deers had the guns and the humans were running through the woods.
Sounds fair.
Yeah.
We have to
Greg,
buy Chuck a bucket.
Greg Wilson, if you go to my Flickr page, which is just David A. Moots on Flickr, I haven't figured out how to change it, but it's David A. Moots. You'll see that elk photo on there.
And Greg, the 500 PF got sent out for repair, but sometimes on the camera it will still go in manual focus mode once in a while, and I wiggle it, and it goes back to, when it goes to manual focus, I hear a noise, like maybe it's the shutter shield coming down or something. I don't know. And then I wiggle the lens and it's fine. Now I put the lens on my D850, and I'm not shooting with it anywhere near as long as the Z9. So, but I don't have it happen when I do put it on the D850. And if I put any other lens with the FTZ adapter on there, I don't have the problem. So I think I still have an issue. I got to call. I've been procrastinating because I don't want to lose it again, because it's like, it killed me to wait so long to get the lens back. So, but I should call Nikon and say, okay, it was one of the things I mentioned that was going on when I brought it in, sent it back for repair, and it's still doing that.
Could you send it to a different repairer?
I sent it to Nikon in New York, their repair center in New York. But
it only does it on the Z9.
Only does it on the Z9, and it only does it with, if I put another F-mount lens on the FTZ, it does not do it with another lens. It only does it with this lens.
Very strange.
That's crazy.
Very, very strange.
So, I'll be shooting, and all of a sudden, I get like the circle in the viewfinder, and then everything has, whatever the color is that I have for showing like a manual focus mode. I think I have it set for blue. Everything gets like blue, and I go, oh crap, it's in manual focus. And then I grab the foot on the lens and I wiggle it, and then it goes back to autofocus, and then it's fine. But
yeah,
that's trade in on the 400 f4.5.
That's crazy.
So I just don't want to lose it again for another month or so, because this is now when the Eagles are coming out and being more active, and I need at least that 500. The 1-4 isn't going to cut it for me.
Have you do you have a 1.4 to put on your 1-4?
Yeah, I do. I do have a 1.4. Yeah.
It works decently.
And I've got the FTZ. I've got the newer version of the FTZ. For those that are asking.
I was going to give my old FTC a little operation, but I found out.
Have you tried a different FTZ adapter?
I only have one. I only have one, but like I said, I could take any other F-mount lens.
Hey, email me your address, Jeffrey. I'll send you an FTZ adapter. You can check it out before you send your lens off again. I've got a spare one.
It's just irritating. It's just all this stuff is just so irritating. You spend all this money for stuff, and let me send you weird ass problems. Sorry.
Let me send you an adapter, and then that'll rule that out. Maybe it's your adapter with that lens for some reason.
Well, Jeffrey, nobody can accuse you of not reading the manual.
No, I've done that way too many times.
Cameras come with manuals now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they don't come with them. They call it a manual. It might as well just be it's not much of a manual.
All right.
In fact, Jeffrey, if you want, I'll send you the version 1 FTZ adapter, FTZ adapter, and the 2. You can try them both. See if it's those.
All right. Nobody can complain about the
Great Gray.
The anything on that. Gustavo, great. These are things that make great prints, I think. I know
this would be one of those like good give a hoot, don't pollute commercials.
Oh man, Gustavo.
I was gonna say, I'm looking at the bottom. I says this got to be a Gustavo picture. Yeah,
it is. It's beautiful, man.
Looks like a studio shot, so I looked at the eyes to see what the lighting was just by habit.
Yeah.
Looks like he shot it with a 500 f4 with a adapter on it.
Yeah.
850 millimeter cropped ISO 200, 1/60th of a second, f6.7.
Wow. To get it that sharp at 1/60th, that's really good. Or 1/160th, I guess, but even that's
Good technique.
well. Yep. Yep.
You know what this reminds me of in the style of, or maybe it isn't in the style of, but like your tiger photo.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those photos that you get printed. It's not the environment or anything else. It's just the pure.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool. Can you imagine that on a 40-inch print?
It would look cool. Heck yeah.
Yeah, it would.
In fact, stuff like that they always look better on large prints.
Yep. And you know, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and again, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's photography, you know.
Yeah,
But
I like it.
I like it. Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. Oh.
I can't even find an owl around me now. I mean, everybody's been looking for owls, and we haven't been able to find any.
You can go with me to Minnesota in January. I'll take you right to the spot where you can take pictures of these.
You know, that's what I was always jealous about with Bayou Josh, man. He goes out and there are owls everywhere. It's like they flock to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful photo, Gustavo. All right.
Yeah. I'm starting to get nervous with them looking at me that like this.
Mr. Jeff and Leslie. I like this too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I like square format too.
Eastern bluebird.
Yeah, you got the whole family. You got maybe the in-laws there, the in-laws, the outlaws, everybody.
Yeah.
And the background's nice and creamy. The background's nice.
Yep.
Absolutely. And one of the nice things too is the colors, you know.
Yeah.
Often that's the first thing that's going to grab me is the color. I don't know about anybody else, but I love the blue wings and the creamy background, the yellow and green.
What sort of birds are they?
And that looks good. He said he shot it at ISO 3200 as well. So
Roy, they're Eastern bluebirds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Different birds to what we get here.
Yeah.
Never seen them.
Yeah, you have birds where you're at that I would love to take pictures of that are probably just what they call trash birds because you see them all the time.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at a kookaburra right now on the balcony.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Very noisy. They sing all night.
Are they? They're annoying.
Oh, they can be. But
Going
you don't
back-
get snakes and spiders and things if you got kookaburras.
Oh yeah.
So
They
I
eat
just
them
want to
all.
throw this comment in here real quick. It took me many years before I got a good, what is it, Great Gray?
Great.
Yeah, in Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah.
Well, it's mine now. I've got it.
Yeah, and that park there, you need to know where to go to get shots of those things. Same with the Tetons.
Daryl saying they never sit still.
yeah, bird
Looks it.
condo. I like that bird condo.
So, again, sorry about the resolution tonight, but again, it's one of those photos you can, just look around. It's not helping by zooming in so much, but all the little perched bluebird. I like this guy. Somebody told me if I would put up a bluebird house out here in my backyard, because I got mosquitoes. Of course, I got a swamp behind me, waterfowl refuge. He said, somebody told me put up a bluebird house and they eat, I don't know how many mosquitoes a day or whatever. And I thought, they'd be big as bowling pins or bowling balls. Here, they couldn't fly anymore. Nice catch, Jeff. Beautiful catch.
Yeah, very nice.
Pretty birds.
Okay, so now I'm stumped. Greg Wilson says 6 birds there.
Yeah, there's 6.
Yeah, the one on the right first looked like one bird, didn't it?
Yeah.
Two on the right.
Yeah, nice catch.
The
Nice.
one on that lower, the post part where you got the 2 of them there, and it looks like almost one for a second.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You almost can't see his head.
Yep, that's cool. Again, that's what's great about some photos is you get to just stand around and look at everything. You study it. Did it draw you in to study it? And if it did, it's a success, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, Jeffrey.
Uh-oh. You're not supposed to show mine.
What kind of
Which is
pigeon was
surprising.
this?
So that's a blue heron, not a great blue heron, Juvie. It's actually a blue heron, different bird. And what I liked about this was the ripples in the water, because this was like at 1/640th of a second with the 500 PF. I think it was like ISO 1000, and it had like 45-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So I took it at 1/640th, and I guess the one thing I just want to share or get people to try out is when you got a digital camera, obviously, you can experiment, you could do things that make no sense. Now, this bird was moving, and it doesn't look tack sharp when I'm looking at it now, but believe me, it is tack sharp. And but I love the effect of the water because of the slow shutter speed, that it should have been really, really choppy, but with the slow shutter speed, it just has that nice, gentle, pattern in the water that I really liked. And with the color of the grasses and everything, I think it pops. So
It smoothed it out.
Yeah,
I
it smoothed
I
it
like the
out.
reflected image too.
I was going to ask you, why couldn't you wait until he stopped moving so it wasn't any ripples? No, just kidding.
I like the ripples.
But this is the stuff that you got to be willing to try out, because I might have taken you might get something like this and shooting at 1/640th of a second. Sometimes you might take say 10, 15 pictures while it's walking, and you may end up with 14 out of the 15 are going to be out of focus. Because the bird's starting to walk a little too fast for you. But the thing is, I think you got to be willing to take a bunch of shots with the hopes that you're gonna kind of sneak one in, and get away with it, and then you get rewarded. I think, when you do that.
That was a question asked in one of the streams about how much luck is involved in photography. And I still believe that there's quite a bit of luck. I mean, you can set yourself up for everything, but you can't control how the bird's walking here, like you were saying, if he walks too fast or whatever. And, you've done everything you can do. And then there is that amount of luck that goes into everything falls into place at the time the shutter clicks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but the thing is to get out there and sometimes just take a shot with a setting that in your mind you're saying to yourself, that setting is never going to work, and be willing to try it, because sometimes you end up with a real satisfying picture out of that group of 20 that you took, and then you go, wow, that was worth taking 20 shots to get that one good shot.
Yeah,
don't be afraid to do it.
Yep. And Tony says luck. It depends on what kind of photography you're doing. I'll agree with that also.
Yeah.
I'll absolutely agree with that. For you, Roy, in product photography, it's not a matter of luck. It's just continuing till you find what you want, right? It's not like
persistence.
Yeah. And
You
Daryl
just try different things till it works.
Yeah, and Gustavo said the same thing. Luck favors the prepared. Yep, I agree. Except for me, I'm going to shoot for 18 weeks shooting birds until luck kicks in and I get one that's. I happen to be on the right side from the sun and all those good things.
I don't believe in being the right side of the sun. I'd just go for it.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, Roy. It's me, man. I'm gonna shoot away. Every now and then, what they say, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
Yep.
And another great point, Greg Wilson saying, being out there constantly, and I know you guys are, Jeffrey and David. You guys are constantly out there, and that makes a difference.
Yeah.
You learn the subject, all the different birds or animals or whatever, and of course,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for us, that's
background to try to set yourself up.
Yeah. That's for us. That's the key, is to kind of study your subjects and get to know them,
Yeah.
their behaviors and stuff like that.
Nice photo, Jeffrey.
Thank you. Say good night. I'll say good night to Charles Davis, who's leaving. Have a good one.
Night,
And
Charles.
Thank everybody for the nice comments, by the way. I appreciate it.
Joe Mack, you're up, buddy. And I don't know if I did this right. I don't know if I was supposed to download the other part to this or what, but this is a pano, Mr. Joe. Let me, man, these are hard to really get to see all the detail and everything.
The
And
color is beautiful. Color's gorgeous.
Absolutely. And I don't know what kind of lighting there was there, but you can see that the trees in the background are highlighted. I'm going to try to
Flash
zoom a little bit.
There you go. Man, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Where's that at?
That looks like a Disney production.
I don't know. I don't know where it's at, Joe. I know you're in here. Oh, Hero, yes, man. You got to send a photo in. I would give you the date of the next one, but I got it wrong 3 times last time. So I'm not going to lie. I mean, how could I? You guys know. Oh, okay.
Cleveland Zoo. Huh. Cool.
So let me scroll down the way here and we can continue to look at it. So a pano of how many shots?
Probably at least 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the color. No doubt about it. And this is another one on a great big screen. So everybody that's
24.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Dang. That thing. How big was that thing? It must have been huge.
Yeah. You can make wallpaper with that sucker.
Yeah.
That would make a beautiful, remember in the days where you used to buy wallpaper borders,
Borders, yeah.
That would make a beautiful wallpaper border.
It's cool.
Yeah, great colors.
You're the first with a pano. Well, no, we've had another pano, but not like this. 24 shots across. Wow.
Someone's more patient than I am.
Yeah, me too, because here's a question. Was it on a tripod or did you hand hold for this? Because I've done panos trying to hand hold and they come out okay, but yeah, it's cool. I like it. I love the peacock there.
Yeah, that peacock's really cool.
It's a sinister looking peacock though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready to go to war, I think. It looks like it's ready to go to war.
Couple of gigs, he said. Wow. Cool, man. Cool.
Good job. Very good.
Joe Stroud, are you in the audience? Mr. Joe Stroud, calling Joe Stroud before I even put it up here. I'm waiting for Joe Stroud. Joe Stroud, please.
Going once, going twice.
Because he's got to explain this.
Oh, that's so cool.
I love his work. I love his process.
I do too, man.
It's just something about it.
It is. It's so cool.
Tiny bit of internet.
He's going to try to call. Let's see if it works. All right, Joe, hang on a second. I haven't had this working yet. Maybe it corrected itself without me doing anything. I don't know. Hang on a second. All right.
Looks good. Looks really good.
All right, Joe.
Love the little girl's expression.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like she sees something up in the trees or something looking up.
I can hear you, but I don't think that anybody else can. I don't know.
No, yeah, we still can't hear him.
Okay. Hang on a minute. You know what? I'm going to cheat the system. Hang on. I'm going to try to cheat the system here.
Then again, I don't hear good on a good day anyway.
All right, Joe.
You got me?
Can you guys hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm full manual now.
Okay. Okay. This picture right here that you're showing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This picture that you're showing, the woman in this picture is the little girl in the next picture. And she was the same age as her little girl in this picture.
Let's go to the next one here. And we'll flip back and forth. We'll flip back and forth.
Oh, wow. So the little girl in the first picture is the older woman in the second picture?
No, I think the little girl, I think what he meant was the woman in the first picture is the little girl in this picture. I think that's what he meant.
Sounds right.
Little girl in this square picture.
Gotcha.
Older woman in the first picture.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
I got them. Of course, I got them backwards. Sorry.
That's okay. That the girl in the 35 millimeter shot. She went on to be a model that modeled all over the world. And I actually took her picture first when she was a little kid, but yeah, she went all over the world modeling. And she came back home, settled down, and had a kid, and they were the same age in each picture.
That's pretty unique, man. Did she ask to do this way because of this photo?
No, I was real good friends with her mom growing up. That's her mom in the second picture there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's just kind of how it turned out.
Okay. Wow. I just wondered, I mean, was it luck that you just happened to connect and at the same age, or?
Well, that was luck. Yeah, that was all luck there.
Okay.
But they were both shot too on the same location. I was going to photograph her in that same old house, but the house was kind of dilapidated. It was too dangerous.
Man, that's cool.
So let me ask you this: do they have these hanging on the wall now? I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
You do
Man,
some
your work is good.
Really neat.
Now, what'd you shoot them with?
I mislabeled it wrong on the email. The 35 millimeter one, because I shot two cameras that day. This one was with a 5D Mark II with a 135 f2.
Okay.
And then the first one was shot with a Hasselblad 501 or 503 with a Delta 400, I believe.
500 series.
Wow.
And it was also lit with a Dynalite 1000 with two heads. I got one in the back that's in the house. You can kind of see a little light on her back. And then they were supposed to be looking out. And she was actually looking at her hand. And her mom was looking at her daughter looking at her hand through the screen door. But they were supposed to be looking out, but I like this a lot better.
I like it, man. It's got some kind of eerie kind of coolness to it.
And that's photographing through that old screen on that door.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hang on, I got to bring Roy back. All right, David.
Very good, my friend.
But yeah, that was the story behind that one. I thought it was a pretty cool how it turned out, and just the history with the two generations there.
I think so too, man. And I appreciate you letting us see it. But I love this too. Again, though, Joe, I love your editing, man.
Oh, thank you.
Very dynamic.
This goes to show you too the house play shot. It's not very sharp because it's looking through that screen, but it's sharp enough.
Yeah, absolutely. It's cool, man. It's
So
cool.
on the first one, it looks like you did a little intentional vignetting on that, huh?
Yeah.
Just enough to make it.
Yeah, just to draw your eyes towards the subjects.
Yeah. Did a little vignetting, a little split toning, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
What are you going to wow us with next month?
I have no idea.
Well, it seems like every month you're bringing something that's different, and I like it.
Yeah, and what's funny is I'm not a portrait photographer at all. I very rarely shoot people.
Yeah.
So this was pretty cool.
Unless they're standing in a swamp, right?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Good job.
Yeah, I know y'all got a lot. I won't keep y'all on there, but I know you got a lot to go through tonight. But I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you submitting them, man, and look forward each month to seeing everybody's photos. But
yeah, I do too. There's some good ones.
Yep. All right, buddy. Thanks for letting us know.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you later, Joe.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so we're cheating the system going old school. Just hold the phone to the microphone.
Crude but effective.
All the technology in the world. And, well, what can I say? All right. James, are you in the house? Mr. J. Rod Photo. I hope James is still in here.
Gray alligator.
A small Aggie dagger. Well, it's extremely sharp. I will say that. I don't know if you guys can see.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
Are they always gray?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
Nice texture.
Yep.
I love the texture.
Got a little touch of algae around the mouth there, the green.
Yep.
Hasn't brushed his teeth yet.
Yeah, the green slime effect.
got a broken chopper there too. Cool. Nice headshot on the alligator. Well, I'll tell you what, if that was a test, you testing the lens for sharpness, man, it passed with flying colors. I don't know what lens, and you probably put it in your email again. Somebody couldn't write it down to have it available. I don't know who. My assistant. I'm firing my assistant. All right, James. I don't know where it was taken either, man. I know you were in there earlier.
You might have been at some kind of a park or something because of how it's resting its head on. Looks almost like a curbing or something.
Yeah, like some type of enclosure for it.
Yeah.
So I had somebody talking about that too. Let me throw this out there right now while we got James' photo up here. Who has heartburn with taking photos of animals at zoos and parks?
I don't. I do it all the time.
Yeah, somebody said that they don't like that. That's not right.
Everybody can't afford a trip to Africa.
That print right behind me of the tiger, that was a zoo pic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any problem with it either. But again, see, this is where that's a great conversation for us to have, go into, and we may do that on a live stream here soon, talking about art of photography and documentaries.
It's from the zoo and not from the.
Oh,
it locked up.
Yep. Freeze.
I mean, I take pics at the zoo, and I don't pass them off as being out in the wilderness and wild. I always tell it's a zoo pic, but I do it all the time.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, again, going back to, you either like a photo or you don't. If you didn't know, then would you not like if you said, "Man, I love that," like your tiger photo. If nobody knew, and but they loved the photo, and then you said, "Well, I took this at the zoo," and they changed their mind, how would you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be sad if somebody would do that. I mean, I guess some people would, but it shouldn't matter where you take them. I mean, it's not like it's a fake alligator. It's still an alligator.
Yeah, exactly. That was yeah.
Well, just tell them it's from the zoo. I don't see a problem.
Yeah, and that's what I do. I always post it. Zoo pics. My wife and I love going to the zoo and doing that.
Yeah. So it looks like everybody's in favor of, that doesn't matter. You're taking a photo of an animal. I guess the only time that if there were pedestrians on a sidewalk they were in the frame or something like that, somebody might not like it or whatever. But I don't think it's cheating. I don't think it's anything like that. I mean, again, we're going back. We're gonna do this. I think maybe this Wednesday we may do it. We'll see. Have a just a blank day live stream and talk about art of photography and what it is. There is no one clear definition of it.
No,
but
I mean, for a lot of people where they live, the only way they'd ever see something like this is if they were at a zoo.
Yeah, correct.
You're not gonna castrate, be beat up on somebody because they took it at a zoo.
And here's Gustavo. Gustavo is like you guys. I mean, he's out in the field. He's working hard. He's doing everything he needs to do to, catch these photos and putting in a lot of work, time, and everything else. So could that be an issue with some people that, hey, man, I have to get up at the crack of dawn and be out there waiting on these photos, and you go to the zoo and take a photo? Could it be? And I'm not saying you Gustavo. I agree. Disclosure would be important, but are some of those people? Sanjit's in the chat.
Yeah.
Sanjit, you have a link, buddy. So, what was I saying? I don't know. It's worthy of a discussion. Would you guys be up for that? Since we don't want to talk about gear right now. Maybe we can just talk about art and photography, because I'm really, I'm kind of bent on that. So many people, again, I brought this up a while back. You got the purists, you got the pixel peepers, you got the whatever. That takes away from art when we're doing that kind of stuff, to me. And, some of the best photos in the world are not technically correct at all, but they're still great photos. Are we losing that? And I hear some people.
It's you get it.
We're losing that.
It's like you get into that where, okay, if somebody makes a fancy setup in their backyard, or they have a blind somewhere and they have a feeding area for the birds to come, and they have branches that they attach to where the food is, and they wait for the bird to get on the branch and they take a picture. One could cry and say that's foul. You're no pun intended when I said foul, but that's cheating. But a lot of photographers, a lot of professional photographers do that, and I'm not going to mention any names. And they put those pictures in books. They're not following that little bird walking in the woods trying to find it in the tree. I mean, that's what I'm doing.
So Ray says art and ethics of photography. Now, and I'll agree that there are, two things that need to be discussed. There are ethics in photojournalism. I agree with that 100%. It is what it is. There's no manipulation. I mean, that's the way it should be. And even for some documentary, but I got to believe that National Geographic, with their Planet Earth series, I got to believe there's a little color grading going on at times. That's not straight out of camera. And I'm okay with that. I think it makes it beautiful to watch and everything else. But should anybody be critical about a photo that a person set up a blind or a bait trap for birds with bird seed and everything else? I mean, are you looking at the photo to determine, the ethics of it, or are you looking at a photo because you enjoy the bird? How is it wrong either way?
It's just like you look at underwater photography, and then if you got people getting shark pictures, and they're getting them because they got a bait bag in the water and they feed the sharks every day, and you get the pictures, and some would say, well, same thing. Like, well, of course you're going to get the pictures. You're attracting them there. You're going to get the shark versus somebody that says, I went in an area where they're not getting fed, and I got them in their natural environment, getting food on their own. So I think it's just a matter of you got to be, if somebody asks, you got to be reasonable and just say how you took the shot. That's
so
all.
Let me throw this out there, Jeffrey, and I agree with you, but people looking at photos, that's only in the photography world, right? Photography.
Oh yeah. A person looking at the photo doesn't know hill of beans how you took it,
or probably
where you took it.
Yeah, doesn't care either. So
they don't care.
Are we shooting for photographers now, or are we shooting for people? So that's another good question. And Jeff and Leslie say, wildlife photography ethics, what a way to start a big fight. The conversation.
That's no joke.
So maybe I need to stay away from that.
That's almost it's actually almost as bad as the APS-C thing.
All right.
Yeah, it could get bad. It could get bad quick.
We'll steer clear of that, maybe. I don't need any other drama going on anymore, or at least right now. And Greg says photography is art, because we are shooting for. We say we shoot for ourselves, but I mean, nobody hides their photos. No, I'm not letting anybody see my photos. As a matter of fact, most of the time you drive people crazy. Look at these photos I took yesterday. They're like, my wife. Here's my wife. Yeah, that's nice. That's cool. What is that? Oh, okay. I mean, she loves me. I love her, but it's just not her cup of tea. Now, if I was taking photos of BTS, that K-pop group from down in the pit, I couldn't take enough photos. She'd be all over them. I could take bad photos, blurry photos, and she'd be okay. So I guess that's the point I'm making is, are we shooting to impress photographers? Or are we shooting so people can enjoy looking at a photo? Maybe that's the way to look at it.
I mean, I do it for me. And then the way I look at it is, if somebody else gets enjoyment out of it, that's like bonus dollars to me.
Yeah.
I shoot it for my own, to satisfy myself. And then if the other people like it, then that's phenomenal. That's great. I'm humbled. I like it.
And I think that's great. And it's okay to say, I was out in the woods, 2 hours before sunrise because I know that this thing comes at certain times. This pigeon shows up at a certain time or whatever to get this photo. It took me 2 weeks. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But, I think we get wrapped around the axle on that quite often. And I've said this for a long time. Photographers are shooting for other photographers. They're not shooting for people to enjoy the photography. And sometimes you can ruin a good photo. I'm not literally ruin the photo, but ruin the experience by getting into the weeds of, I'd have edited that third eye out because most alligators only have two, and or I wouldn't have edited it out. That's nature. I mean, there it is. There's two sides to that story, and people kind of get all bent out of shape over it sometimes. So I don't know. Is it worthy of a conversation talking about art? Maybe we steer clear of the zoo thing and wildlife photos.
It might be better to stay clear of it. It could become heated.
Yeah. And, good pictures explain themselves. But again, are we shooting to be critiqued by a bunch of photographers? I mean, is that part of the agenda? Is that part of our psyche that we got to make sure that it's technically this and that, because that, Joe Schmo at the, on the web is going to be all over me. He saw a reflection of a power line in the water or something like that. I don't know. I just think we lose a little bit if we're not shooting for some things that are just art.
Yeah, Huff, we saw your picture already, and we all loved it.
Yep.
Before you take off, if hopefully you stick around for a little while, but we loved it.
Yeah, buddy. Sorry about that. I kind of got carried away there with that conversation about art and whatever. But yeah, we did. We honestly enjoyed your photo, man. And so, you know what? I'd like to see you share some of your or one of your Comic Con photos because I think you did a fantastic job. And seeing the behind the scenes on how you did it was fantastic as well. But I think you did a great job on those. And those photos are great too.
If that photography job doesn't work out for you, Huff, you make a great weatherman.
Yes. Yes. There you go, Tony. Yep. And it was, all kidding aside, Huff, it was a great photo.
I think really good.
So
you can sleep good tonight, buddy. We didn't rip you apart.
That comes later.
Yeah. Once you go to bed, we'll go back and look at it again.
All right, Huff. All right, man. Looking forward to that as well. I like behind the scenes stuff, man. That's as interesting sometimes as the photos that are captured.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, James. I wish you were still in here, buddy. We like your photo, and you have started another conversation, man, with your photo. So, all right. Say good night,
Have a good
alligator.
one, Huff.
Later, alligator.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you better be good or you might end up being a wallet or a pair of shoes.
This is the only problem we have is people have to wait. And, I try to put all my friends up front. I'm going to catch some hate mail for that. I'm just kidding. I try to do it as I receive them. But then for some reason, Lightroom jostles them all around. I don't know if it's going by. Oh, wait a minute. How did that happen?
Great complementary colors with the Cooper's Hawk.
Is that not beautiful or what? That is that is Long Rider.
With his Sony. Now see that he just proved that Sonys take good pictures. See, there you go, Long Rider.
Absolutely.
Good job.
But yeah, it is. It's beautiful colors. I love the melted background. And I'm sure he would say, I hate this sign or whatever it is there, but
that's
doesn't matter.
That's a dome for a bird feeder, so squirrels don't climb the pole. That's what that is.
Okay, man, you're good.
I have the exact same thing.
Wow. They were on the phone together before the show. It had to be.
No, I have the exact same thing.
But man, it's a beautiful photo, though. It's another beautiful photo. Yep, that's from Long Rider.
Good job, buddy.
Yep, absolutely.
I love Cooper's Hawks, and I tell you, it's funny. I don't have a lot of pictures of them, but I have one that I really love where it flew across the road and went into a tree, and I was able to get it before this guy on a bicycle that was riding towards me scared it off before he scared it off. But then I get others where they look so shabby. They look so shabby and have no color to them. They're up in a bare tree, and they look awful.
If you put out bird feeders, you'll have Cooper's Hawks in your backyard.
How come I never see them?
Yeah, I love those birds. I mean, and especially here, it has nice color to it.
It's even got highlight in the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had one in my backyard the other day. Same thing. It was feeding off my birds that were feeding on the bird seed.
There you go. Jeff says,
Wheel of life.
At my feeders, where'd it go? There it is. At my feeders, I feed the mourning doves, and the doves feed the Cooper's Hawks. Yeah, there's Mr. Long Rider.
Hey, here he is.
Beautiful photo, buddy.
Good job, guy. Even though it's with a Sony, we forgive you.
No,
Did you say what lens he used?
I'm only joking. You know that.
What lens he used?
Long Rider. What? I know you're shooting your Sony, but what lens? Latency between us and hitting the stream. No, we're not going there.
Oh, geez.
Gone away.
No.
Looks like a medium telephoto or about 200 or so.
Yeah, which lens? Jeff, which lens were you using, man? It really doesn't matter. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the background colors, how it complements the Coopers.
Oh, like a sharp chin?
I don't think the legs look spindly enough to be a Sharpie.
How tall are sharp chins? They're actually pretty small, aren't they?
They're a little smaller and real spindly legs.
Oh, there you go. Twice a month he comes in, I find feathers all over the yard.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's a great photo, Jeff, man. Love it, buddy. All right. All right. Martin Hild. I don't know if he's in here. It's probably very late for him or very early or right in between.
France, is it?
Huh?
Looks like France.
Yeah, I believe that it was from the email. My assistant, though, just didn't provide the information.
That's next month.
But I like it. What time of day would you say? Day or evening, early morning, late evening?
Just after sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the way it's lit up. Beautiful photo. You know, I'm wondering how this would work out. You know, trying to take multiple shots as the sun sets.
I would have tried to. Well, he may have done it anyway. I would have also taken a vertical of that and tightened it up. Take a vertical shot of it too.
No,
well, it's very crisp. There's a lot of detail in it. I will say that. And I know you guys would. It's not as easy for you to see there, but
I look at his landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
He probably had to wait for the lights to come on the building to take it.
Oh, and I'm wondering if this is on a tidal stretch of coast or river or whatever. I'll bet you it is, because I want to say I've seen this photo before, or this castle before in a photo with no water. That's cool. Martin, great job, buddy. I likes it.
Takes you back in time.
Yeah. All right. Everybody remember Nancy, NASA?
Yeah.
Well, this is a photo she sent me, and I hope YouTube doesn't shoot me because it's a minor. But she said it was a happy catch in a string of photos she was taking. And I told her, I said, man, this young man would probably love to have this photo.
Heck yeah. It's perfect.
It is. The pose, and that's what she said. She said, I didn't even know I caught it, but the pose, it's just the perfect timing.
Yeah.
Very high, very high leg lift there. For a young kid. That's darn good.
So yeah, Nancy, if you listen to this later, absolutely, and I'd find him or his parents and offer them that photo. I know if it was my son or something, I'd love to have it.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Good shot.
Yeah, and you know what? Lots of times, you show that to the person's parents, and the next thing you know, they show it to other people, and then they're going to say, "Hey, can you take pictures of my kid too?" Next thing you know, you could be making a few bucks taking pictures of kids at games. I know a guy that took pictures of his granddaughter at soccer matches, and the next thing you know, everybody wanted him to take pictures of their kids, and he was handing out prints to everybody.
Yeah.
And I agree, Tony. It would be that'd be a photo I'd play with for a few minutes, trying to find the best composition or crop on it. It could use a little crop, or headroom would have been better. But like you said, this is one of those things that I was just shooting and happened to catch this one frame that I thought was fantastic because the pose was just right. And I agree. There's that happy, there's that luck moment, or maybe it isn't so much luck if you're taking multiple photos of him as he's beginning his pitch. But cool,
catching the moment.
Yep. And
very lovely expression on his face is very concentrating, really concentrating.
Oh, yeah.
Very lucky where she was standing too, that she didn't get the pole coming out of the top of his head.
Yep.
So she was, even though it would have been easy to clean up, but
this goes back to something that's in Joe McNally's latest book, the Real Deal. He talks about that, talking about composition, and it's one of the most common things that everybody's supposed to know. But I'll tell you right now, I'm guilty of it. But usually I'll look, because I'm going to chimp. I'll tell you right now, I'm a chimper. I'm all about it. If I look at the back of the camera and I see that I've done that, made that mistake, then I still have an opportunity for another photo. But one of the things that he brought up also is a lot of times, what lens would be best for this photo? I think what she had worked fine, but we'll look at it and say, man, that would be so much better if I did if I used an 85 for more compression or whatever. And we're too lazy to take the lens off. And he admits, he says, yeah, I've been there. I know that, man, I need to change lenses.
Yeah, but you might miss something too. And
yeah, but I don't want to walk back to the car, or I don't want to whatever.
That's why you have two bodies.
Yeah, well, no, I agree with you too, Roy. But, his point was, we know we need to do something, and we're just like, no, I'll just finish it. It'll be okay. I'll take care of it in post. And all the way home, you're hoping that photo is going to change somehow in the camera on the card. So that when you get home, he says, and then you get home and you pull it up on the screen. He goes, no, it's even worse now.
Well, and youth sports are hard to shoot anyway, to get good, clean backgrounds, because the fields aren't set up. There's cars everywhere. Right. It's really tough to get good, clean shots of youth sports.
And I think for a setup sports portrait, that would be one thing. But then again, that is the you're used to it. So when you look at this kid pitching, you expect to see all the clutter in the background, cars, people, or whatever. I like the third base coach sitting back here too. He's out of focus, but there he is, man. Or I don't know, maybe that's a third base.
That's another kid. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is. All right. Mask it and blur the background if you must. It's a good shot regardless, just needs cropping.
Just the right amount of background blur.
There you go.
Any more would be too much.
Yeah, you could really clean that image up pretty easily. Really, you could get rid of that pole real easily.
Yeah,
and blur it out some more. And you can. It's a good shot. No matter what, but you can clean it up for sure.
It's Long Rider. He made almost $2,000 shooting for the parents at a local Little League. Yeah, because they want those photos because they're not going to go to the trouble. They're watching the game. They don't want to go to any trouble with taking. They may take snapshots or phone pics, and they may get some good shots. But when you walk in with something like this or show them, they got to have that. Hero says he does that with surfers at the beach.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
They're happy to pay too. Yeah, cool. All right, Nancy. Great photo, great opportunity, man. You hit it. You hit it just right, and that's why you go through all those photos before you just throw them away. All right. Let me,
Good pick.
somebody's digging in the M&Ms.
It's not me.
Rakesh, sorry it took us so long to get here, man. Your photo. This is a photo. It's a stock photo to sell right here for hotels. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. The light, the symmetry, and everything else. Sand dunes.
It's a great shot.
Yeah, it is. The
One of
lighting's
those lobby photos.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Technically excellent.
Yeah, the
Yep.
lighting, the texture, everything.
It's a cool photo, no doubt about it. Rakesh, are you still in the building? No, Tim, I'm not out of M&Ms. I wasn't feeling good today. I'm fighting some kind of stomach thing. As a matter of fact, I thought, man, it's going to be miserable to try to get through the stream tonight, but I do feel better. So now I'm eating some M&Ms.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
D850.
Mm-hmm. 1 to 400, probably at 150 millimeter. Wow.
Great shot.
Where's Z-Wade photo? Man, it looks like his bodyscapes.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of,
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah, I think I see a few butt cheeks in this shot.
As long as they're not Z-Wades.
If that's hanging in a lobby in a hotel, you can bet it gets some double takes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great photo, Rakesh. Great photo. Where was that at? Yeah, Greg said bodyscape. Yep. Somebody else has a photo coming up that I really liked. I said the only thing I don't like about it is, again, I didn't take it. All right, Mr. Ray Powell.
That's before he fell in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray.
The last thing he saw.
The only thing I would say is back in the way, giving us more of the environment, maybe to understand, you know.
Well, it looks to me like it's a close up of not a really, I mean, it's like, a small little drop
Yeah.
in the water.
I hate waterfalls
But
where
a
they're too
close-up.
soft.
Yeah.
You know how they do waterfalls and they're so soft it looks like silk and it's just too
Yeah.
much. At least you've got texture with this one.
Yeah. Yeah. I would give it some context, maybe. That's just me. It doesn't mean it's right. That's just me.
There you go. He says it's a drainage ditch, which is usually overgrown or full of McDonald's rubbish.
Mm,
That would have been interesting too.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see the Happy Meal go down the drain.
All right, buddy. Oh man, as usual. I'm way behind, but what's new, right? Oh, here we go.
That's what happens when dads look after kids.
That's Roy. Roy's photo. That's great, Roy. I love it. Oh, that's
Kid
too
looks
bad.
like had some fun.
Absolutely. When dads watch kids, that's so true, man. So true, Roy.
I found a bunch of slides and that was amongst them.
That's great.
Yeah, Roy would just say, "Well, the kid didn't get hurt by a snake. Could be worse."
How long ago? How long ago was that, Roy?
Oh, 35 years.
Oh,
Wow.
There's a big gap. When I got working, I everything's on a NAS drive, and I don't want to plug it back in.
yeah.
So everything is either very old or very new.
Mm.
Yeah.
I just wondered if it was like 10, 15 years ago, that'd be a great photo to drop on their birthday.
I've got worse than that. I was saving them for the birthday.
Oh, man. All right. Scott Meekum. Scott, you're up, buddy. I hope you're in here. I hope you've been able to hang in here, because I love this photo.
Good eagle shot.
Yeah. And it's stunning too. I wish we weren't in 720 tonight. That would help. But
nice texture on the wings.
Yeah, everything on this bird is fantastic as far as the bird itself goes. I'd like to know what lens too, and how far the trees were behind the eagle. Oh, here we go. We got
another bird there to the left behind it.
Yeah, it looks like a gull.
Gull, yeah. Ring-billed gull or whatever it looks like. Maybe.
It's a smaller pigeon.
Smaller pigeon, yeah.
The lesser pigeon. I miss Z, man. Where is Z Wade tonight? I miss him.
Slacking off somewhere.
Yeah. But, hey, man, your photo's fantastic. I love it. And I think in his email, he talked about, a photo with the bird at this angle or whatever. He hadn't seen too many of them, and it just struck him as being something different. I agree with it. It's pretty cool.
Is that a street name sign down in the lower
down here?
It looks like it.
Green, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a highway sign even, maybe, yeah. Looks like there might be words going across it, or like you said, it could be a street, like a double street sign or something.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
Yeah.
A park sign or something like that.
Yeah.
It looks like there's
an eagle in the whole photo.
Fire, something going across here too.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look natural because it goes straight, but it's thrown out of focus enough that it's not too distracting or anything. But yeah. Again, another photo.
Me a bit too much.
Wrong with it is it's not mine.
Lovely bird.
Great job. All right.
Yeah, and as some people said, you left enough space to the right, so it's.
Yeah, Tony.
Magazines.
I agree, Tony. My eye did too. I saw that green right away, but that would be easy to take out of that photo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Worth doing.
Yeah, I agree on on the thirds thing too. I mean, I agree with the composition and everything. It's not flying out of frame; it's flying into frame, and I like that too.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Sebastian's photo. He sent me several, and I said I was going to surprise him with the one I picked. And I told him too. The only thing that angers me about this photo is, again, I didn't take it because I think it's beautiful. The lighting, everything in it is just beautiful. Now it's hard to see, I know, because this is one of those photos that would be absolutely stunning on a huge print because there's so much in it. I mean, it's one of those photos you'd want to stand there and look at. I love the people here. It gives it some definition of size. I think it's just a fantastic photo. I love the color, man.
Yeah, the color in the sky is nice.
Yep.
Very pastel-y.
Yep. The mountain peaks back there above the cloud line.
You can see them at first.
Yep. Yeah, I think this is a fantastic photo. Sebastian, you knocked it out of the park with this, buddy. This is one of those photos that I've got to just, when I downloaded, I did this already. I had to go around looking at the road all the way. I'm looking for a car now, just because. And there's so many bits and pieces in here.
Yeah, Tony Day had a good point. A multi-panel print would be great.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
Good point, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
That would look cool on on a
chop it up into like 3 or something.
A triptych with 3 separate framed photos. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, Sebastian, it's a beautiful photo, man. You did great. This is the one I picked, buddy, because it just struck me as I wanted to take it. But then again, I don't want to have to travel out anywhere and stand around and wait for the sun.
Well, you don't have to. You've got it now.
Well, it's true. That's true.
Well, Chuck's gonna just like take some backyard shot, put in a fake sky. That's all.
Hey, at least I'm honest, okay? I think
Great
it's a
pick.
beautiful photo. Beautiful. Sith BK. Aloha, buddy. And another beautiful photo.
Oh yeah, that's sharp.
And that's just it. Without zooming in, you just lose all that. Man, I don't know what to say. It's almost like this is fake. The background's like it's oh,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Hang on. We got the photographer on the line. How you doing, buddy? Oh, wait a minute. Oh man. There,
Something's filling in the face, shadows.
All right.
Hey, Chuck.
Yes,
How
sir.
you doing?
Doing well. How about you, sir?
Pretty good. I guess you're still having some issue with the audio.
Yep, but I think everybody can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep, everybody can hear you. Tell us about this stunning photo.
So this photo is like taken. Okay, so this photo is taken about.
So turn your audio down on your on the feed on your YouTube.
Yeah, I'm taking down my TV here.
Or,
So.
oh, okay. I was gonna say it'll drive you crazy because they're not in sync. There's latency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, this was taken about 7 years ago. My niece just graduated from college, so some kind of secluded beach in Hawaii on Oahu, and so I used like Nikon D4 with pairing with 70 to 200. So I shot these is probably 150 to 200 at 2.8.
Okay.
So, and I think I use like a strobe light with the softbox just a tad bit to fill in the light. And then, so I was like, I was surprised like how the background was so flattened up. Basically, it's almost like you say, it's fake.
Yeah.
It's fake, right?
Yeah.
And
Too
then
pretty.
when you start seeing your pictures from viewfinder, is like, and then you look at it in the computer, is gives you a totally different aspect of it. Where I didn't realize like where her body is off to the center, and then you see the background, the trees kind of give you a zigzag, so your eyes go bounce back and forth into the background. So,
Yep.
and I think I wish I could have just, instead of doing 2.8, I should have gone for like maybe 5.6 so you can see more of the background because there's a beach over there, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's overall I was happy with the shoot, and then my niece loved it and to use it in her card. And then I'm just like amazing. Like I still love my f-mount lenses,
Yeah.
especially how like the Nikon, how the color contrast really make it pops,
Right.
especially the greens and the blues, you know. But I saw my f lenses already, so now I'm all like mirrorless Z9.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. You got a beautiful niece, and I'm sure she was happy with that. I like the pose
Oh, yeah.
too. What made you think
Yeah.
of the shielding her eyes from the sun pose? That's cool.
Yeah, I just asked her to do a variety of poses. Like, you know, you know, it's like you said before, trying to teach them to model, which just, you know, takes forever, right? You know, so
Yeah.
I kind of show her some samples of some Instagram models, and she had tried this, try that thing. So, you know, and then I just I throw her just to imagine the new vision in the future of your future.
Mhm.
So since she just graduated, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, the only thing I didn't care much about is too much shadows with the Hawaiian leaves.
Yeah.
So I didn't position the light properly enough. And I'm not really good at lighting anyway, so I just prefer to not use any kind of lights, like natural lights, and then maybe a bounce card. That's about it.
Yeah, yeah. I was just going to say it's a beautiful photo, but obviously flash was used because there are some highlights, specularity on her cheek.
Yeah.
Lights behind her,
and,
and
and
the
the
flashes go to the
yeah,
right.
yep. But I mean, it's a stunning photo.
Yeah, if you look at the actual photos, the non JPEG file,
right.
like it, her face wasn't blown out, and then her dress, it looks like it washed out, but it wasn't. So it's kind of really soft cream, So it's a challenge to do outside shot in the daytime and using like a flash to like use your highlights, So
yeah, there's plenty of detail left. Yeah, it's not blown out, not at all.
yeah,
I just think it's just a little bit hot. But again, that's just nitpicking because
Sure.
it's just a fantastic photo, man.
But I'm not a pro, right? So just try and capture the moment and just shoot whatever, and then.
But you did it.
You get one thing sticks,
I think you did it. I think you captured it.
Thank you. But anyway, so I just want to share my photos of Hawaii with y'all.
Well, it's not fair because you're in Hawaii where there's nothing but stunning backgrounds.
Yeah, I haven't been to Hawaii in 40 years. Since
Connecticut
40
right
years
now.
I was in Hawaii.
I'm in Connecticut right now where there's nothing but brown twigs in the background when you go outside.
Yeah. Well, I was in Maine a few years ago, and then I wish I brought my good camera gears. I was at Bal Harbor,
Mm-hmm.
So with the sunset, sunrise over there, and then I shot it with my iPhone 5, which is still a stunning photo that I got from the landscape, But
Great.
it's not the tool; it's who you use it, how you use it, basically.
Yeah, man. And you know what? It doesn't matter too. As we were talking about earlier, I don't know if you were listening in throughout the conversation, but the whole thing about art and just appreciating a photo for what it is instead of tearing it apart about all the technical details. And this is a beautiful photo. I mean,
yeah, and I think we all get caught with that specs things. I mean, I'm one of that person also, right? I find like with my Z9 or even my D4, I haven't used 50% of the capabilities. I'm just a novice, go out there and shoot, but I want to brag about, hey, I got my Z9, I got my D4, D5, whatever it is. But then again, most of the time the camera's in a bag.
Yeah. Well, I don't take photos. I just collect cameras.
Yes. I'm on the same boat now, So.
But no,
I was
man.
trying to show you compare between the Z9 and the GFX 100 S that I shot.
Yeah.
So, but it's I trying to find the photos, but I couldn't.
Okay.
I had too many file storage in multiple storage units here.
Okay.
But maybe next time.
All right, man. You got to join us for each month for this. I love Love the photo. Looking forward to what you bring next time.
Okay. All right, guys.
Have a good one.
Sharing my photos with everybody.
Yeah,
thank you. One.
Good job. I wish I was in Hawaii right now.
Come on over. We have a big surf right now, and lava is flowing on a big island.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't cross your main road there, you'll be okay, right?
Yeah, well, I'm on this different island, so it's not too bad. But we do have 25 feet plus big waves in the winter.
Wow.
So come on over, bring your surfboard. So rent one over here.
Yeah, that's what I need to do is go surfing.
Yeah, I think from the picture you guys, all you guys can use stand over there.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Thank you very much for submitting the photos, and thanks for calling in and talking to us about it.
You're welcome. I'll check you guys out later.
All right.
Good
Thanks.
Have a good one.
All I know is you put me on a surfboard in Hawaii, I'm just shark bait. I'm a goner.
Believe it or not, we're going to make it here, gentlemen. Here's Stuart. Stuart, I know you're in the house. I just saw you with a comment here earlier.
Nice shot.
It is. I love the color, man. You caught it at the right moment with the colors.
Yeah.
I like the angle too. I mean, obviously, if you're shooting from the pit, this is what you're going to get, but I like it. I like his expression.
Yeah.
Cool. Comments, guys?
No, and I like it being dark in the lower half of the frame, like that too.
It's
You know.
yeah, but since all the lights up top
Oh,
anyway,
yeah,
that looks
yeah.
cool.
It's well lit.
Well, I'm just
It
saying,
is.
I'm glad he didn't like try to bring up anything in post, you know.
Mhm.
So
I like
here
he
he is
left it dark.
down in the chat. Nikon D7100 180th at 3.5 ISO 3200. So the D7100's handling the noise quite well. Dan
Yeah.
Patlansky, world-class blues rock guitars from South Africa. Wow. So was it just natural light, meaning all the light that was, I guess it was. I don't think you can use a flash from the pit. So that was a great capture. Great setup on the camera, man. I've got a couple.
Tungsten lighting.
Yeah, very nice.
Great shot.
I like it a lot. It's good. Very good.
Yeah, I used to shoot a D7200, and I hated if I got into the ISO 3200 range.
It's cool. Love the colors. And I don't know if you shared it with him, but I'm sure he would appreciate that photo.
That's a sweet shot.
Thank you very much for sharing it with us. Again, that's what this is all about. No flash. Yep. You did a great. Yeah, you did a great job with the setup on the camera. I like his expression too. You know, you caught that moment. Very cool. Very cool. Hey, Stuart, you got to continue to share with us now, man. You're going to have to, join us each month for this. And oh, by the way, for those that may not know, we have a Facebook page, Nikon Amateurs Group, and I don't have it on here to share it with you, but Nikon Amateur Group on Facebook, and you can share all the photos you want over there all throughout the month. But once a month, we do this photo review. It's not really a critique; it's just a review for everybody to get to share their work or some of a photo or something they're working on. It doesn't have to be of any specific topic or genre or anything else. And we do that on the first Saturday in every month. And again, I'm not going to tell you what date it is without having a calendar pasted to my forehead because I got it wrong 3 times last month or for this month. But yeah, great photo. Everybody's getting tired now. I got to get with it here. That's my fault. All right. Tim Hunter, I know you're in here. You ready? Tell us about it.
Great lighting on this one too. I mean, just perfectly
interesting,
exposed.
It's strange because you don't really, you can't imagine the size until you do this and see these people here in this doorway. This guy over here walking his dog. But yeah, man, I'm curious to know the.
Love the details.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Is there anything being blacked out on the left, or is that just ended up that way?
It's just this isn't lit. It's really hard to see unless you can see it now on the screen, I guess.
Yeah.
Just didn't have any light hitting it at all, really.
A little bit of flash would have helped.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, here we go. Fuji X-T2. Okay, 18 millimeter, 2.8 ISO 2500.
Tokyo, Japan.
Cool. You know, the one place I haven't been in the world is the one geographic area I haven't been is in Asia, and I would love to go.
Japan's very interesting. Very honest people.
That's cool, man. I like it. So is this I don't know what this is, but I can see all the people inside.
some sort of theater, perhaps.
Yeah, it almost looks like they're dancing or something. Cool.
It's a huge place. Oh, here he says it's largest temple in Tokyo.
Ah, okay. All right.
I'm probably
Great
being
shot.
pedantic, but I'd need a flash for that building on the left.
Yeah. Something sitting right around the corner here, so you can't see the flash and let it just illuminate or spill
Just
a
to
little
bring
light
it to
up.
life.
Yep, that'd be
It's
cool.
just such a good image. It needs that little bit more.
I like the red and black. I love the pale green. Again, I'm a color nut too. Anyway, especially saturation. I've been told many times I oversaturate my photos, but I just love color. I'm sorry. Nice shot, Tim. It's
Well, you know who the king of saturation is, don't you, Chuck? Ken Rockwell loves saturation.
Does he?
Oh yeah, he's big time saturation. Oh, really big time.
Maybe that's where I learned it from.
I heard Tony and Chelsea like to get saturated as well.
Oh man, that's a great photo, Tim. I love it. Another print, man. Another print. Photo to print. Tony Day. He's been in here all night, and now we got Mr. Tony Day's photo up. I like
There
the
we go.
collage.
The time of the year that I miss the most in Connecticut, right there.
Yep.
That's what I miss.
At least you get
Skittles.
autumn, fall.
Skittles.
We don't get it.
That was edited with Skittles.
Oh man. You know,
Yeah, I miss the fall.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I miss those colors, man. Everything is just dull now.
so
Yeah, down
you
here, the only thing we got is pine needles, man, for the most part.
Is that hey Tony, is that like on a pond or is it just a puddle? Or
I
what?
think it's on the trees, but it's so dense. It's kind of unusual to be that dense, but it's cool. This is another one of those prints for.
She said
They
it's
hunt it straight down into a pond to get
in a
it.
pond, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you did a good job, man, because
Yeah.
Pretty artistic.
It is very much so. See, now this is my wife. Well, I got to be quiet, or she'll want to come down here and see why I'm talking about her. She would ask me, "Why can't you take photos like that? That's pretty. Why do you need
Well,
all
you
these?"
show her that one, and you say, "Yeah, I took this one."
That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to cycle through all these. Say, you haven't seen all these photos I've taken, have you? Tony, A7R3, 35 millimeter 1.4. All right.
Good job, Tony. I like the fall, man. I like the colors. I miss them.
Yeah. Me too.
I like Gustavo. And that's what I love about some photos. You just get lost in it. You're continually scanning it, looking for something you missed the first time around.
The colors like that didn't hang out around here very long. They were here and gone in no time.
Oh, now here's some neat piece. You guys probably saw it. I was too busy trying to find my cursor. Fun fact, Ray Powell. Reason Japanese temples are red in Japan, the color keeps pigeons away. We'll have to pass that tip on to. We'll have to pass that tip on to She Wade.
Yeah, shotguns work good too. Shotguns work good too.
That's cool. So pigeons don't like red color, huh? Cool.
Oh, Tony says he's moving to Cali, so that was his last chance.
Uh-oh. Oh, Greg. Contest on how many leaves in this photo. You're going to leave it up. I'm going to leave it up for 10 seconds.
Or Chuck will have to put his M&Ms in a jar. We can guess how many M&Ms are in the jar.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, that's ever changing, so you'll never get it right.
Ever decreasing.
Yeah. Oh. Good
photos tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I got to take the watermark off all these. I'll be up late tonight. I got a little art festival that I got a booth for here coming up next week. I'm just kidding, people. I'm just kidding. I promise I'm not selling anybody's photos. Oh no, it was great. Tony's going out to Las Vegas or Los Angeles, Los Angeles. All right.
You'll get a lot of great smog pictures out there.
If you don't get mugged.
All right. Missed the cutoff. Cool. All right. Yeah, I just can't anymore. Man, you know what? I'm a sucker for that. If you'd have sent it in before, well, I don't know if you'd sent it in even a half hour ago. I missed your photo. No, Millerad, I don't think I did I? Hang on. Now I got to go back and look. If I did, I will go find it. Again, I gotta find a good assistant. We need to go through these again real quick in just a minute. So we go through them.
I don't know, Chuck. If you get an assistant for free, you're going to get what you pay for. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. And
there's the free level, and then there's the paid level.
Yeah. And I hate to say, but you are right. And that is unacceptable.
He just said he resent you an email.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, we gotta bring this up. Sorry about that, buddy.
Yeah, don't feel bad. Chuck's missed mine a few times.
Don't tell him it was on purpose because it was so good. I didn't want him showing me up. Oh, I love it. You guys want to see it?
Oh, yeah. Chuck just tries to save me from criticism sometimes by not showing my picture.
Not true at all. All right. Let's see if it pops up somewhere. Get ready. Not on this end.
Not popping.
Nope.
No pop.
Hang on a second. Yeah, I hear you. I hear the pop. All right, let me go back up here. Let's go back through them real quick. How about we? And then I will go through them again. There we go.
There. I haven't seen that one.
I love it.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like it?
We're a sucker for pets, man. We're all suckers for pets.
I am for sure.
So this is pretty much wide open with whatever lens you were using because look at the nose and the ears and just the eyes. That's pretty cool. Yep. I like it.
What kind of dog is that anyway?
A furry one.
Furry one. Yeah, I don't like the ones in the dog shows that look like they're totally bald, man. Those
okay, Norad. Okay, it was sent on November 9th. Oh, that's why, because I can't remember what I ate for breakfast yesterday. And I probably, it may have been a day when I got a bajillion emails. Sorry about that. I'm going to use my domain that I have, American Photo Shoot. I own the domain. I'm going to get an email through that.
21.8.
Wow.
Yeah, at 5.6. Wow. He wasn't wide open. He was at 5.6.
No, that's true.
Street dog. Street dog.
Ah. Okay.
I like the eyes. I'm trying to see what is in the eye on the right hand side. There's a reflection of something.
He says it's him.
Is it him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me find my cursor. Here we go. All right.
Maybe you could zoom in on there and we can.
There he is.
Yeah, there we go.
Cool. Gone. We see the photographer.
good or bad, depending on how you look at it.
Man,
you could just crop that and make a print and say through the dog's eye. Call it Through the Dog's Eye.
Yeah,
there you go.
Right, that would be a good title. Yeah,
I'm curious to see just how far we can go without it pixelating too bad here to see. That's cool. Man,
Still watchable.
that is incredibly sharp. No doubt about it. That's fantastic, man. That's great.
good job.
All right, folks, let's do this. Let me go all the way to the end here real quick and let's go back. We'll just jump in here and just cycle through them. Let me get this out of the way.
Take it easy, Tony. Tony's taking off. Tony Day.
All right,
Yeah,
Tony.
have a good one, Tony.
Have a good one.
Thanks for participating, man, and enjoyed it. All right, and I'll throw my plea out there. Everybody that's in now, that I appreciate the likes. It motivates me to keep doing this, even without an assistant. It really helps out. And for those of you that aren't subscribed, I'd appreciate maybe you'd consider subscribing, become part of the community, and help us make it better. You guys add a lot of input, and I listen to it. And sometimes I even actually implement it. I was just listening to something. I'm sorry. All right, gentlemen, here we go. Let's go through them. So red is to keep the pigeons away.
It's interesting.
Does it work on cockatoos as well?
Oh, there are
Still
some
eating
fantastic.
houses.
Yeah, there are
That's a
some
great shot.
fantastic photos again. I mean, ever knocked it out of the park. And here's I just love this photo. It looks like it was taken in where New Zealand, isn't that where they did all the
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
Lord of
Rings.
yeah, it's almost got the Lord of the Rings vibe to it too. Pretty cool. Beautiful eagle, man.
Yeah, Mike. Nikon rents me space. I think that's what they're. I'll go with that. Nikon rents me space.
Again, Jeffrey is at the Nikon counter in B&H. Don't let him fool you. The bodyscapes. Zach would love this.
Oh, he'd go nuts. He would have went nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Great shot. I hope his parents get a chance to see this. He gets to see it. I hope Nancy has an opportunity to show him. And of course, Miller Red's puppy dog, a self-portrait, the hard way.
Yeah.
Castles. Cooper's Hawk is beautiful, man. I'll tell you. Again, this is one of those fortunate time of the year and everything else. The orange background from I've got a cedar in the backyard that turns orange like this, completely orange. Great backdrop. James and the Gator. We'll get some James Eagle photos here soon, I'm sure. Joe Stroud, always with something fascinating in his editing. Love it. Love the pano. Color's fantastic.
Yep. Cool.
The
Little
water
blue heron.
The water pigeon.
Water pigeon. Yeah.
Love this. A little bit of activity in it. Really good little zip. I love it. The colors too. That's just fantastic, Mr. Gustavo. Yeah, somebody had said print it up large and put it on your front porch to keep people. Actually, I need that. Maybe. I wonder if that would work in the basement to keep the mice away.
That could be like, how many licks do you get to the middle of the Tootsie Roll Pop?
Yeah. Man, beautiful osprey shot. Just fantastic detail and everything else. Again, we can't do justice looking at them on these screens after being loaded so many times. it's a shame. It'd be nice if we could just print them all and just have a big get together, walk around the room looking at them. But that's a cool shot, David. I like
Thanks.
this. I like this kind of stuff too.
David's pictures are always on fire.
Yeah. The fire has detail too. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun doing those controlled burns too. It's really enjoyable.
And this is one of those photos. It's got a lot to look at. If you just you start looking at it, because now I'm trying to figure out everything on his belt there.
Yeah, there's lots of, you got a radio for communications, and he's got his drip torch, and
Now, why is it that we do that? Again, it's got to have something about it that draws you in to even do that. So again, interesting photo. David with his long exposure. And now that I look at the water, I can see it, the long exposure here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He just doesn't want to tell everybody he's trying to get into the next Invisible Man movie.
And I'm glad, it's cool to see David doing something like this because, we always think of him in the astrophotography and the Northern Lights stuff, but it's cool. That's the one day of summer they have up there. This is just
summer's all down here.
Something I didn't catch before, but it's got leading lines, but they're not. It's not a leading line that you would probably consider, but the clouds themselves are leading lines. It
nice diagonal across the left to right too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tell me that doesn't grab your attention first. The sky. I think that sky is phenomenal.
It makes you look out. That's for sure.
Yep.
I think that's my favorite. This one.
I got to agree with you. I don't know what it is about it, but I love it.
I just love the depth of field of this thing.
Yeah. And I catch myself looking between the spokes to, and I don't know. It's cool. It's just cool. That's another print right there.
Yeah.
I'd have that printed. I'd be on the phone with Nations Photo Lab. Hey, I got one coming. I love that. All right, gentlemen, I think that's it. That's the end of our. No, I thought the puppy dog, and don't ever let.
How hard do you have to kick the dog to make it go that high?
I don't know. Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's a glamour portrait.
It is.
It's not a glamour portrait,
It's a great shot.
It is. She's a fantastic model. You incredible eyes. And the painted pigeon looks like it's got a mask on, a face mask. That is so cool. You guys are used to seeing these things, man.
Yeah.
I'm not. That is one cool looking bird.
What's that dangling from his chin? Is that part of a feather or something? Or what is it?
I don't know.
Very
strange. He has something in his mouth.
It looks like a hood ornament on a 60 Buick, or 50, or no, about a 43 Buick.
Yeah, I can't tell.
He's got something in his beak. Maybe that's part of it.
It's hair. It looks like it.
It looks like hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be a tail of a fish. Sideways.
I don't know. No, it's like hair. It looks like
pretty hairy.
I hate not knowing.
It's Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry.
Do these birds have little beards or anything? I don't know.
I don't know what that is. It's weird.
I'm telling you, man, that is a hood ornament for a 30s Buick or something. That's cool. I love the eye too. That's strange. It just doesn't even look real. But I guess you guys know.
Yeah, what's funny is it just looks so blocky there. It almost looks like a I don't know. It doesn't look like a real bird's head for whatever reason right there.
Alien bird. It's cool though. I know that. Now I got to go find Cormorants or whatever. I like this too.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
like
shot.
Yeah, I like the pose. I like everything about it. And you know what? I'm absolutely sure, as he said, it's tack sharp. But I got to tell you, I kind of like the soft look. I'm with you, Jeffrey. It just fits the background and everything else. It's almost like a painting. Cool. I like these knuckleheads. Their eyes rolled forward.
Yeah, the eyes make that shot. I mean, and when I first looked at it, I thought it was like you took a shot and then you mirrored it on the other side, but the eyes are a little different. But man, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right, guys, I got to jump off of here. It was a good night. Good photos.
I'm gonna get out of here too. I gotta cut it out. I think this is the last photo. Again, stage lighting. I think the purple was on. Obviously, I love it. Great photo. I love the back. I love the bokeh with the whatever lights were back there. That's too cool. I think everybody knocked it out of the park. I think everybody did a fantastic job. It's always fun to see what everybody brings in here. It's just fantastic. You guys are great. I enjoy you guys doing this. I hope you guys enjoy doing it. And I will be in touch with you, Mr. D Moots.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
So yeah, man, we'll see if we can tighten it up a little bit, make it a little better for everybody that's watching. So we got through this tonight in what time? I mean, we did a pretty good job. We're just short of midnight. We made it in under 3 hours.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not in a super rush or anything, but I think we spent enough time on all the photos and had a good time. 445 here in Berwick upon Tweed. I love that name. I'm at Brookfield upon Long Meadow Hill Road. All right, guys, everybody that's in there, I think people are already thinning out. God bless you all. I thank you all for participating. Thank you to the panel. You guys are fantastic. Check out their channels. There are links down in the description, and please do check them out. You guys want any parting words, Dave, before you go?
Yeah, just real quick, if you're still here and you haven't heard, check out that latest video I dropped about those Angel Bird cards. Yep. Just in case you have that. I just came across somebody else that was in a forum that was experiencing a similar deal with an Angel Bird card. So you might check that out and get in touch with them if you have any issues. But other than that, everybody, it was a great night, great photos. Everybody take care.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, this is like the highlight of the month, boy, when everybody gets to showcase a little sampling of what they do, and it's never disappointing. And if this doesn't get you riled up to go out and take some more pictures, nothing's going to get you riled up. I mean, it's just really good work from everybody, and I look forward to it every month. I love it. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a good point. The inspiration that comes from looking at all the photos is always fantastic. It almost motivates me to get up early in the morning, go out in the woods and wait for a duck.
I wouldn't go that far.
Roy's with me. Hey, Roy, parting words?
No, I don't think I would get up that early either.
Chuck would be going duck, duck, goose. Yeah.
Pigeon.
I'd be asleep and wake up and there'd be duck crap all over the ground in front of me. All right, guys, again, enjoyed it. I hope you all did as well. I hope you'll join us for more of this, and we'll be back Wednesday at noon Eastern time. Wednesday, noon Eastern time for the next stream. And you guys choose the topic. I just opened the doors, and I'm going to let you guys carry on. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. Ladies, if you're in here, I appreciate you as well, and I appreciate all the participants. Talk to you Wednesday. That's it. I'm out. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Have a good one.